What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Run the North podcast. All three of us are back, and Miller doesn't have a face cam, so you won't be seeing his face at all this episode.
But
You'll
you'll
just
be
be seeing a
hearing
little
me.
picture of
He's
Peter
in
B.
your
Parker
walls.
with a Santa hat on.
I'm
He
in
is
your
walls.
mind.
Yeah, but we're back. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to break down Week 14. We're going to talk about all the games, go game by game. We are going to give you an update on our Fantasy League. The playoffs are starting this week, and we're going to give you an update on the picks leaderboard. And, of course, we'll give you our picks for Week 15. But before we get into all that, gentlemen, how are we doing?
I am fucking heated. You see, because I have been using the PC that I recently acquired pretty much exclusively for all my computer needs, which means I gave the laptop I was using to my little sister. And she decided that she was going to misplace said laptop, like the one day out of the week I'd need it because I don't have a camcorder or a webcam for my computer yet. So now I'm sitting here with no camera because she lost the laptop and I can't wake her up because she has school in the morning.
Nuts.
Indeed. I very much a first world problem, but that is the biggest problem for me today.
I am exhausted. That's about it. Trying to make a YouTube video every day for the month of December while also doing all the podcasts and streams is a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot. That's all I got. How you doing, Jakey boy?
I'm tired. Really tired. It's been a long week already. It's only Wednesday. And I don't like that because the week only is going to get longer because there's more days. So that's my insight on life right now.
Fair.
That was sad. Jake, do you need help? Do you need to talk to somebody?
I'm okay, bro. I'm thriving. I'm just tired.
Understandable.
Yeah. But yeah, let's break down Week 14, gentlemen. Patriots 21, Steelers 18. Me and Miller recorded our last episode in the middle of this game.
Yeah.
So we talked about it a little bit on there. Bailey Zappi Masterclass.
The Zappy Hour, baby.
I'm so mad at that
Bailey
game.
Zappi, absolutely.
What?
I am too. It ruined all my bets.
Because I was so right, it was funny. The Patriots went up, 21-0. And I was like, dude, chill. At halftime, Tomlin's going to work his fucking devil magic, and the Steelers will end up winning. And then they drove down the field and got a weird false start because the long snapper moved his head, which happens on every single long snap ever of all time. It was very weird. So I'm not, again, blaming the refs for a team winning or losing, but good God, can we get one officiating crew that, calls games correctly one time?
No.
It's the most annoying thing at this point because there's always a call to complain about. No matter what, there's always something to complain about, and it bugs me. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I'm just saying be consistent. That's all I want. If we're going to call the head nod on the long snapper, call the head nod on the long snapper every time. Not just this one time ever. That's weird and stupid.
Well, it helped me with my Kenny Pickett is better than Mitch Trubisky agenda, so I'm thriving.
Yes.
Because Trubisky looked horrific.
He really did. I was calling for the GOAT.
Yes.
I was calling for the GOAT.
Trace McSorley.
Fortunately, he was not eligible to play.
I know, it's unfortunate.
Listen, God love Mitch Trubisky.
It would have been Mason Rudolph before stupid Trace McSorley.
Dude, that would
be kind of funny, actually.
I said this during the recording last week. I had a friend who was at the game that's he's a Steelers fan, but he's not diehard. He's very casual, but his family's diehard, so they got to go to the game. And he sent me a snap, and he was like, "Oh my God, look, it's your boy Trubisky." And I just replied and said, "I'm sorry." And then 20 minutes later, I got a snap back, and it was just 15 lines of text that said, "I hate Mitch Trubisky. I hate Mitch Trubisky. I hate Mitch Trubisky. I hate Mitch Trubisky," over and over again. I feel bad.
I can't remember much. Mason Rudolph was horrendous, right?
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember much of watching him play. So I feel like
He
we
wasn't
know that
good.
he's bad.
Yeah.
Also, he was almost the starter last year.
The
So,
highlight of his
I mean,
career is getting hit in the head by a helmet from Myles Garrett. That's the
that
highlight.
is true. That is true.
And the
It's true.
highlight of this year was when Myles Garrett picked up that helmet and all the Steelers ran over and didn't let him touch it. Like, fucker. That's
No,
No.
not today.
No.
Yeah, this
Also-
game sucked.
If I'm not
So-
mistaken, didn't Connor Hayward also throw a pass in this game?
Yes.
Didn't complete it, but yeah.
That's still wonderful. Fullback adjacent legend, Connor Hayward. Better than Trubisky.
That's not
Ooh,
really hard
I
at this
don't-
point.
I
The
know.
real question for Miller is Josh Dobbs better than Mitchell Trubisky?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I
Dude,
didn't actually know
I
where.
love Mitch. He's not good.
Dude,
That
I
was
don't.
just horrendous.
I was
dude.
going to say,
That dude is not
See,
a good quarterback.
go
I
watch
know.
the Vikings Raiders game. Mitch completed
That dude is
22
not a good
passes.
quarterback.
I mean,
In 35 attempts, I don't think Josh Dobbs
yeah, in
would
all
throw
fairness,
an
I didn't
accurate
watch
pass.
that game.
I mean, there's a
I
reason
didn't
Justin
watch the
Jefferson was in
Raiders
the
game,
hospital, and
so-
it's Josh Dobbs.
Yeah,
I'll get
like
more
I said,
into
I didn't
that
watch
later.
that game, so maybe that would sway
Here's
my
what
opinion.
KOC
But
should do to make Josh Dobbs a good quarterback again. He should completely change the playbook every week so he's confused.
Right.
And then
No,
he'll play good.
see, the
And
way
then
we make
he should,
Josh
like,
Dobbs good
flip
is we cut
receivers
off his
around
leg
so he
and give
doesn't
it
know
to
their
Cuzzo.
names.
That's what we need to do. We just need to cut off Josh Dobbs'
Uh,
Achilles, give it to
Or
Cuzzo,
like
and then
we
go.
or they like signed a bunch of no-name free agent wide receivers so Josh Dobbs doesn't know them, so he just
Yeah,
they
right.
turn into the goats for some reason when they play with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make him good.
Something stupid.
But yeah, this game was terrible. It ruined everything that is anything good about anything.
Yeah, Thursday was
is that
rough
be-
because of
I
this
was
game.
happy about it.
Supposed to be good.
Did you pick
I
the
picked
Patriots?
the Patriots to win.
What
so
the
or-
fuck?
Yeah.
We both did.
That's
both did.
insane.
We both
Okay,
did.
did you
Well, I
guys
don't
just
want
try
to
to
talk about
pick opposite of me to try to get caught up? Was that how it happened? I sent in
No,
my picks
I-
and you guys went,
I picked the
No.
Patriots. I picked the Patriots on Patrick's podcast the morning before,
oh, okay.
and it
The
was
Patriots written down
solely
before you
because I
started your
had
pick.
so. Yeah, it was solely based on how little faith I had in Trubisky.
So are we
Yeah.
believing the reports that Belichick's been let go? Because they're
Well,
only
seeing
from
don't
it
believe-
Doves?
from a reliable
the
source
score?
besides of New England, then yeah.
Is it a
I'll believe
reliable
it when I see
source?
Raptor.
No, the original guy who reported it, his name's Joe something or whatever his name is an actual like insider for the Patriots.
I'll
He's
put it
legit,
this way.
So I'm pretty sure this is correct.
I would believe it more if the wording was mutually parted ways or mutually decided, but all the things I saw said that the Patriots are moving on, and I don't believe that.
Sure.
And I'm also not going to believe a Belichick story unless it comes from like Schefter or
Right,
Rappaport,
that's
because
kinda-
that's so big that I feel like they'd know about it pretty quickly.
And, you know,
And
or
both of them
at
have
least
been moot.
confirm it. Nobody has even confirmed it,
Right.
except, like, Dove. And that...
That's not a real person.
I mean, like they should.
I really
like-
don't think they should.
I think it's time to move on.
But, I mean,
probably. I
hey,
think
he
it's-
can go
had
coach
a
the
good enough run with
Chargers.
them.
That'll be fun.
I think
he'll-
I saw somebody in response to the Belichick thing say he's going to make one hell of a special teams coordinator next year.
Lol.
make a good DC next year.
No, he's
actually.
going to be the
Oh,
head
yeah.
coach of the Chargers. I'm calling it
But
now.
yeah, Belichick's either going to coach a team like the Chargers or he's retiring. He's
Yeah.
not taking a step back.
No.
He's not
All the
taking a
people.
downgrade.
He's going to
in
go to the
terms of his job.
Commanders. No, he's not. No, that doesn't make any sense. Chargers, sure, because they have a quarterback and like pieces. The Commanders traded all of their pieces. They got nothing except Sam Howell, but that's not
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. That's not a competition.
Actually,
don't
Howell
start,
has
Miller.
more passing yards. Me, 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 me. Actually,
And we have
who's
officially
healthy
learned
right
Miller
now?
knows no ball. All right, what are we doing?
Well, one of the more surprising performances from a certain quarterback Never been good, but decided to be this week. Jets 30, Texans 6.
Texans defense,
Zach
dude.
Wilson.
Or Jets defense, excuse me.
Dude,
This is so good, man.
if they had
so
Rodgers, they're the best
good.
team in the league, and it hurts. It's ridiculous.
Don't say that, because then Miller will be like, me, Niners, me, Niners, me, Niners.
I just wasn't going to
guarantee that's what
say
he's
it, but he
thinking
did
right
read
now.
my mind.
I get that. I guarantee that's what he's thinking.
Yeah, I know.
Is that
Yeah.
it's the Niners
Dude,
still.
The Niners could
I don't
lose
care.
out, and Miller would still be pretending they're the best team in the league. It's incredible. I'm not saying they're not the best team in the league. I'm saying the Niners would have to like literally die for Miller to stop saying they're the best team in the league. It's hilarious. I love it. I appreciate that you are that way.
How dare he be correct?
Right?
How dare he?
How dare
Do
I?
you
How
want
dare
to
this
like literally
quoted,
that
educated
exact
opinion?
statement? That exact statement verbatim was about to come out of my mouth. Was how dare he be correct? That verbatim that was about to come out of my mouth.
How
So,
dare his
yeah.
narratives be thriving? This man immediately.
How dare he be good?
How dare I? Oh God.
Next, you're
Yeah,
gonna tell
Zach
me you think
Wilson.
Justin Madubuike's good.
Yeah.
That was the other one I was really right about.
fair.
Zach Wilson, 27 for 36, 301 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I didn't watch much of the game.
No, he
but
looked
I
good
think
though.
he actually played good.
No, he did.
Brother,
yeah.
he
I
won
just
Player
made-
of the Week.
Maybe it was the benching that sparked him, but I don't see how
I
the
think
Jets
it's
looked at Tim Boyle and they were like, "Yep,
better than
that's the
that.
guy."
Dude, so I think the thing that helped is Zach Wilson kind of decided, fuck you, this week.
Yeah.
Like, you benched me already.
Yeah.
What's the worst you're going to do now? Bench me for Tim Boyle again? Fuck you. I'm going to go play my way. And he did. And it led to
Yeah.
the internet trying to clown him for slipping in the rain. That was very weird.
Eh,
Dude, it's the MetLife turf in the rain. We're lucky his knee
It's
didn't
so bad.
explode.
yeah, like literally, like,
Yeah.
dude, Zach Wilson. Yeah, I'm not saying he's good.
No, but that was a good
But-
game.
Kid's got
he was
moxie.
good.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, he's Tommy DeVito.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Let's see.
I can't
Uh,
remember who it was. I saw somebody talking about this game. It was someone on ESPN. It was a clip on Twitter from ESPN, and someone said Zach Wilson's out here running around thinking one thing and one thing only: I love to kiss moms and throw bombs. And that was the greatest thing ESPN's produced in the past 10 years.
That's a good quote. That's a good quote.
No, that's a good one.
Can we talk
play a
about
game,
the
guys.
Jets defense maybe being dirty though? Real
What
quick.
did they do?
They have the most roughing the passer and late hit calls of like any team in football, like more than most teams combined. Every
because roughing
single
the passer
play.
is totally
No, every
flawless
single play they're
penalty.
hitting people late. Every play.
And I was gonna say
It's just constant. All of them.
yeah,
I
hitting
think
people
they're just
late.
angry.
That could be.
I think
that
they're just
could be.
mad.
That
I'm
could
pretty
be
sure
fair.
they're just I might not
Every-
be intentional. I think they're just letting the anger slip.
Every hit, they're just thinking in the
their
back of their
offense.
mind, we'd be fucking contenders if he didn't blow his fucking knee. Or not his knee, what was it?
Sure.
His Achilles.
They have to play every time the Jets defense is playing the turf. They're just enraged. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah, see,
let's play a
Geek,
game,
what
guys.
you're hold on, Geek, what you're not taking into account is every player on the Jets defense is multi-classed into Barbarian.
I didn't take that into account.
Yeah.
You're right.
Guys, the leading receiver for the Texans in this game was Brevin Jordan. 5 yards.
Based. Let's
Now-
go.
Now, Geek, you're looking at the box score, but I'll ask you this, Miller.
I actually am not.
Who was number 2? Okay, so who was number
Ooh.
2 with 26 yards?
Uh,
I take it it's not going to be something obvious
Devin
like Noah Brown.
Singletary.
It is not Noah Brown. It is not Devin Singletary.
Oh
Is
my
it
God,
a
it
receiver
isn't.
or a running
It
back?
It isn't. Is it? Jake, is it? Jake, don't
Say
tease
it.
me.
Don't
Is it
tease
Andrew
me.
Beck?
Nuts.
Andrew Beck.
It is Andrew Beck. That's nuts.
Andrew Beck with one
Second
catch
best
for
pass
26.
catcher in Houston by a mile.
Hey, Xavier Hutchinson had 2
Yeah,
catches
so
for
here's the
15
thing.
yards. Let's go.
Here's the thing. Tank Dell and Nico Collins are both out, and I fear that the Texans' offense is cooked because of this.
Nah, Mechie and
No,
Xavier
Jets
Hutchinson
defense.
gonna cook.
No. Andrew Beck is about to shoulder the load.
I guess, but like, dude, their receivers are really not that good without Nico Collins and Tank Dell.
Mechie and
Yeah,
Xavier
Brown
Hutchinson,
was a
they've
bad
got it.
game.
Robert Woods exists. They're fine.
I'm not even sure Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson have a combined 100 yards this
Genuinely don't know.
season. We'll see.
Probably not. Probably
but
not.
yeah, the Jets just kind of mollywopped the Texans.
Nick Bowden also had a catch. I don't know
Nick
much it
Bowden
was,
did
but I
have a
do remember he had a
catch,
catch.
He had one.
No,
Let's see.
he's not
He
listed
had-
as having any. He had
did not have a catch.
he had one carry
will
He
for
had
3
one
yards.
carry for 3 yards.
Oh, he had a carry.
One
I knew
carry
he
for
touched
3
the
yards.
ball because Fullback Watch tweeted
Um,
about him. I thought it was a catch. Shout out Nick Bowden.
Yeah,
though.
but somehow the Jets beat the Texans. The Texans are now just kind of in the big mud pit of AFC wildcard teams, and Aaron Rodgers is coming back on December 24th officially. It's the Commanders. He wants to die, I guess. I don't know. I
Dude,
don't know
Where
what's
did you
going
see
on,
that?
but he.
What?
I
That
don't believe you. I just need to see it
Like
for
I
myself.
know he's activated.
Was that,
like
was that JPA football guy on Twitter. That was the guy I
Okay.
saw it from. I don't know how
no,
reliable
yeah,
he is.
I
don't
see
follow him
reports
much.
saying that, but
I don't follow him much, but apparently he's coming back against the Commanders on Christmas Eve.
that's so dumb, dude. I'm sorry.
He said this on the Pat McAfee show. He literally just wants to do it because nobody else ever has. That's the only reason he wants to do it. That's literally what he said. I don't think he even cares about winning at this point. It's just like, nobody's ever done it. I want to prove it.
Yeah, the fucking Grinch is coming back the day before Christmas.
Maybe he's Santa. You don't know.
Not.
He's not Santa, dude. It's Aaron
Every
Rodgers.
game he's put
the
on Christmas.
Grinch.
I'm pretty sure he's undefeated on Christmas. He keeps stealing people's Christmas joy.
Exactly. He's the Grinch, dude.
He's
Yeah,
winless on
that's
my birthday
gross.
though, so screw that guy.
What?
That means he's winless on my birthday, which is a dub.
Yeah,
That infuriates
because
me,
of
dude.
you.
What infuriates you, Miller?
The fact that they're letting him come back.
Oh, dude, it's such a
Alright,
bad
I
idea.
genuinely don't think they can stop him.
They
Like,
can. They
what
own
do-
the team. They
No.
tell him
Yeah.
no.
Do they?
They
Do they?
they do.
He does.
No.
Rodgers owns
All
the
they gotta do is dangle a baggie of ayahuasca in front of him and say,
Guys,
"Ooh, Aaron, go get it,"
listen.
and then throw it into a dark room and lock him in there until the end of the season.
Listen, they've had to watch Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, and Trevor Siemian. I don't think they care. They're just like, please, just go complete like 5 passes in a row. Like, please.
Well, they say that
but
until
yeah,
his
I
Achilles
guess-
explodes again. Knock on wood. I
guess-
don't want that to happen.
Also, he might be doing this because they're still mathematically in play for the playoffs, and he's like, "Arr."
Everybody's
Are you
mathematically in
like,
play
yeah.
except for the Panthers and Patriots.
Yeah. But
It's
hey,
so
they still
funny.
got a chance.
Yeah.
But we move on to one of the best games of the week. Ravens 37, Rams 31, with an overtime walk-off punt return, which is interesting. But
Ooh,
yeah, I
want to
mean,
offend Miller.
the
Why?
quarterback's
Odell
cooked.
is still
Go
that
ahead,
guy.
Geek. He's good.
Odell is still that guy.
I don't know if it was the revenge game energy
What
that he was
did
going
he-
for or whatever.
What
but
did he have in that game? Because I
4
know.
catches for 97 yards and a tutty.
Yeah,
What's he have on the season?
no clue.
He has. on
I'll
the
look it up.
season-
My
I don't
thing,
have the
though-
box score pulled up. I'll look
So-
it up.
My thing
He
for OBJ is
500. Not bad.
Yeah.
the thing though is like, I'm not saying he's still prime OBJ, top 5 receiver in the league. Not going there. But like, the dude still cooks everybody.
Yeah, he's got some juice. Yeah, he's a
And I
good
love
wide receiver
so-
too in Baltimore.
Yep.
Like I don't disagree with that at all.
I think right now
Yeah.
he kind of like, he's not the wide receiver 1, but I think he's the wide receiver Lamar trusts the most, which is probably
Mm.
the smart
I
decision.
would agree with that.
Yeah,
yeah.
for the sake of veteran. I don't know. I think Zay Flowers is a better football player.
Maybe, but Zay also drops
Yeah.
the ball more. In the big moment, Lamar finds 3, not 4.
Does Zay have a lot of drops this year?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a problem. Yeah.
He's just
I mean,
able to
that's
make
the
big
big
plays
thing with him.
also. So like,
I will say, like,
balance.
full transparency, I haven't watched like every Ravens game, and when I have,
Sure.
I've mostly just been watching their defense. So maybe
Sure.
I'm missing something with Zay.
Zay has still been really good. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, yeah,
but it's he does have a little bit of a drop issue.
well, he's a rookie. It happens.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not that big of a deal. It's just why I'm saying. But like the thing for Odell,
I get your
is-
point though. Like, I'm not trying to dispute your point.
No,
I
for
just didn't
sure.
realize he had a drop problem.
For-
He only has 3 on the year. 3% drop.
listed drops confuse me, and I don't like them because they're never right. That's why people are out here believing Larry Fitzgerald had more tackles than drops, which is just so not true.
Yeah, drops are a hard stat to track because sometimes it's hard to differentiate what's a drop and what's a PBU, I guess.
And what's like just a bad throw? Are we really calling it a drop because he touched it with his finger or not?
Right. I get you.
Yeah.
So, I just mean I've seen plays where he should have caught ball and didn't catch ball. I don't know. Doesn't mean they're always counted as a drop.
Fair.
But I loved that Lamar's probably 2 worst throws of the day led to OBJ's 2 best plays of the day.
Yeah, he ball tracking masterclass from Odell Beckham Jr.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what Lamar was doing on the first throw where
wide
OBJ
open
just
and...
went, and he was wide open on both plays, and Lamar just put it in the only place he wasn't the opposite direction he was facing both times, and he had to make some crazy adjustment on the ball and get no rack whatsoever. So, yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. But Lamar was good.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford was really good. The Rams are a team that are probably – I mean, I don't know what the schedule looks like, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs at this point. Because they got – yeah, they have the Commanders, Saints, and Giants back-to-back-to-back these next 3 games.
You got to win all 3,
be
though.
wins.
Yeah.
And then they finish the season in January 7th against the Niners in Week 18, who could be resting starters.
Cinema.
So we don't
Cinema.
know. We don't know.
If they're not cinema.
They could be resting starters, but
it could be. I think that could be the greatest game of all time. If it's the Rams win, they get a playoff spot. The Niners win, they get the 1 seed. The drama of that would cook.
Yeah, I still
That'd
think
be
the
so
Niners would probably
sick.
smoke them. But yeah, I mean, that's...
I don't know. McVay's
I
too
think
good of
they
a
have
coach, I
3
think, to get destroyed.
Yeah, I think they
that
have
type
3
of
wins
game.
on the horizon. Commanders, Saints, Giants. I think they can beat all 3 of those teams pretty easily, and that'll put them at 9-7 coming into that game against the
Stafford's so good, dude.
good football team. So Stafford's
Speaking of
good.
players that are really good, can we acknowledge that Justin Madubuike has had at least a half sack in 10 straight games?
Valid.
For him,
He's so fucking good, dude. I'm so...
that guy.
He's so good. Sorry, I just love Justin Madubuike. Very good at football.
Yeah, no,
Valid.
Justin would be great. Shout out to him. Yeah,
All
but
pro season inbound.
I'm not sure anybody really expected the Rams to keep it this game near as close as they did.
I did.
But they kept fighting, and Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, dangerous, very, very dangerous duo. And so DeMarcus Robinson had 46 yards in this game on 3 catches. So he's back apparently, and Kyron Williams is also really good.
He's so fucking
That's
good.
the name we should mention. Kyron
sure.
Williams is a name that we should mention. That guy's really good. 4.6 yards a carry against this Ravens defense is
Wild.
Puka and Cooper Kupp and Byron Young has been really good all year for some reason.
Him and
He's
Kobe
leading
Turner.
all rookie in
Him and Kobe
sacks.
Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wild.
Kobe Turner's a dog. I think Kobe Turner's... I thought he was... No, never mind. He's not. He's up there in pass rush win rate for defensive linemen. He's probably been the 2nd or 3rd best rookie defensive lineman behind Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking love Kobe Turner. Have you guys seen his TikTok yet? Have I sent that to you guys?
No.
Oh
I
my
don't
god,
think
he should have been an eagle. He can sing like a fucking angel.
The
He's
Eagles
incredible.
don't need
I mean-
every person who can sing, dog. That's stop.
Dude,
But
they
he
got
can-
Howie
he can
Roseman
be
on the
Chris-
track.
Howie Roseman sang the fucking dreidel song, and
They
they
got
put a
Howie
Western
Roseman on the
spin on
track.
it, and it was so good.
Maybe the Eagles need to stop focusing on their Christmas album and focus on winning a game now, huh? I don't
Touch
know.
your grass.
The fuck?
I love how aggressive and immediate that was. You
We
didn't
do
finish your
not.
sentence.
We do not say anything negative about the Eagles' Christmas album. It is
I didn't
glorious.
say
and
anything
it is
negative about the
on
album. I'm
repeat.
saying something negative about the Eagles.
No, you're calling
Cringe.
the album a distraction,
Yeah,
which is
I mean, when you lose two
is-
games in a row,
the album that they made in August is a distraction in December.
yes.
I would rather be bad and have a Christmas album for my team than be good and not. So that's my.
I just want to put it out there. There have been two examples of NFL teams producing music. Do you know what those two NFL teams did?
The Eagles'
The
Christmas
Eagles
album
won
and
the
the
Super
Eagles'
Bowl.
Christmas album.
No, the Eagles' Christmas album last year, they went to the Super Bowl. The 1985 Bears made the Super Bowl shuffle and won the Super Bowl. Therefore, if you release any sort of music as a team during the NFL season, you are guaranteed a Super Bowl trip.
So the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl again, and your Niners take is washed. You got to pick one. You can't have it both ways.
No, the Eagles are just
What if
really
another-
good.
No, but
another
they
team from
released
the
another
NFC
album. Therefore,
What if
they
another
have to
team
go
in
to
the
the
NFC
Super Bowl.
playoff hunt?
Sorry, they're going to break the streak, but the Eagles' Christmas album
then why
isn't
bring it
a-
up?
Fuck
God.
you.
Another team in the NFC playoff hunt
Bro's
makes
mad
music.
because I cooked him.
So how do we decide who
You
gets?
guys haven't heard Kyle Juszczyk's mixtape. That's the problem.
Oh no.
Him and Christian McCaffrey did a rendition of Jingle Bells. They're going to the Super Bowl.
I really doubt it.
What waffling about?
I gotta go find AI of Christian McCaffrey and Kyle Juszczyk now.
Guys, look!
I told you it was real.
And then you get sued. That'll be fun.
Juice would appreciate it.
All right, let's.
The NFC South continues to be the NFC South. Saints 28, Panthers 6.
Okay, I didn't watch this game, but I know what the most important take here is. Those
Well,
fucking
our stinks.
uniforms the Saints wore are fucking disgusting. Why are there 4 different shades of gold in your one uniform? It's the worst. Why is your helmet a different color than the number on your jersey that's a different color from the sleeve that's a different color from the pants? It's gross. Saints deserve to never win another game because they wore those. It's gross.
Why not?
That's what I know. It's bad.
Derek Carr stinks, dude. His offensive line is even fed up with him.
He had 8
No,
total incompletions.
No, he stinks. You don't understand. You didn't watch the game. He stinks. You don't get it.
I mean,
And you cannot say that after watching him this year that he's good or in any way serviceable. He's been bad.
in any way
One of the
serviceable
worst free
is
agent signings of this year.
that is the
bad.
wildest take. He's not in any way serviceable.
Listen, Carr's
means
still a
sucks.
starting caliber quarterback, but he's one of the worst starting
Yes.
caliber quarterbacks in football.
Literally one of the worst starting caliber quarterbacks in the NFL.
Sure, you're saying not in any way serviceable, which means he's Tim Boyle. That is your take.
Congratulations. He threw 119 yards versus the Panthers. He's so good and definitely a starting caliber quarterback. Well, I guess he is, technically. But again, one of the worst. I mean, you think he's good, Geek? Like, what is this? Like,
No, okay. You are saying he's the worst quarterback to ever exist in the history of ever, and I'm saying he's a starter
Yeah, he
in the
is.
NFL, and he's better than what
no,
a
I
lot
think
of
he's
teams
actually
are
the worst
trotting
quarterback
out.
to ever take the field. Yeah, that's my decision. Yep. He's
Okay.
the worst quarterback to ever take the field. You're right.
And what, you want
Good
them
for
to
you.
roll with Jameis, who's worse in every way?
No. He's more fun. He's more fun for the narratives. More fun.
He's also a
Then-
piece of
then-
shit, so...
I was gonna say
don't
the
know.
narratives for what? Letting shitty people thrive?
Okay, fine. Taysom Hill. I don't care.
Taysom
Whatever.
Hill is more fun.
That's fair.
Taysom
but
Hill is more
he
He's
also can't
terrible,
throw.
but he's more fun.
doesn't need to throw. He can. They can.
Oh,
scheme up
Derek Carr
a
only throws for
100-yard
120
total
yards,
carry
and he's
game.
bad. Taysom Hill throws not at all, and he's a good quarterback. Sure.
No, he's just good at everything else, which is fun.
He's just good at everything. He can run and tackle, the things you really need out of your quarterback.
The week 18 Alvin Kamara third straight touchdown pass on 3rd and goal to Taysom Hill is gonna go crazy. Trust me.
Give me the
more
week
importantly-
16 6 touchdown game from Alvin Kamara.
More importantly, can we acknowledge that Derek Brown intercepted a pass?
No.
I don't see any reason to. Yeah. Who cares?
Okay.
You guys are just mad he's better than any defensive lineman either of your teams have.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Daniil's a
boy.
linebacker.
If he's better
I
than
know.
Kenny Clark,
That's
he's
that's
better
how
than...
my brain was going with it. I was thinking Rashawn Gary and Daniil. I don't know. I struggle with where edges fit because they do not play the linebacker position.
I know, but
So,
by technicality, they're
I know,
linebackers.
and I hate it because Daniil and Rashawn are not linebackers. They are.
Are you hear that?
No idea what you said.
I'm not sure I'm ready to unleash that take yet.
He said
I'm okay.
something, but I didn't.
Maybe I'll bring it up
too busy.
during the Packers talk.
Oh, good
Was it
God.
like
Certain
Rashawn
defensive
Gary's
lineman on
top
the
5
Packers is
crop?
Really good. No, I think it's a certain
Oh.
defensive lineman who may or may not have gotten drafted out of a school in the South last year is actually really good, and I like him a lot.
Oh, we all wanted Devontae
Ooh.
Wyatt to be good, and then he got drafted to the Packers, and we rooted against him.
Real.
But yeah, for those of you not looking at the box score, if you had to guess, who was the Saints' leading receiver in this game?
Oh, it's gotta be something goofy. Was it Keith
I
Kirkwood?
can't remember if Miller liked this guy coming out of the draft. He's
Coming
a
out of
rookie,
the draft.
So that
Oh,
Was
gives
it
you,
C.T.
A.T.
Perry
Perry?
then.
Oh,
yeah, I can't remember if either of you even had an opinion on A.T.
I
Perry.
like
I
A.T.
don't
Perry.
remember A.T. Perry at all. He had
A.T.
one
Perry
catch.
led the Saints in receiving yards this year with this game with one catch. Yes.
Damn, I was
But
proud
not
of my
much
Keith
happened in this
Kirkwood
game.
pool.
Jimmy
Just hold on.
Graham has 4 catches on the year and 3 touchdowns. Shout out Jimmy Graham.
Well, wait, is Keith Kirkwood still with the Saints? I might have been way
have
off. Yeah,
no
he's still with
idea.
the Saints. Hell yeah, I'm proud of that pool. Didn't matter, but I'm proud of that pool.
Mario Davis had a sack and a half,
Ooh.
so good for him, I guess. But yeah, this game sucked.
Mhm.
I can't
Mhm.
believe an NFC South team is gonna get a playoff spot.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
Over like the Rams or like the Packers
Over the
or
Rams,
the Seahawks or
Or
the
the Packers or the Seahawks, or literally like who else is there? Somebody else.
I mean,
is
I
in that
guess
mix.
Minnesota, I guess Chicago and New York are right there too. Only technically, I'm just saying, Minnesota technically is still in control of their chance to win the division, which would be the funniest thing of all time. We're 2 games behind Detroit and we play them twice. We could just win the division and that would be the funniest shit of all time.
Lions
Well,
defense
the Lions
is bad, but
aren't
it's not
good,
losing
so-
Nick Mullins bad.
Yes, it is. And
Lions defense is bad,
the
but it's not
Lions
losing to
offense
Nick
can't
Mullins
play
bad.
against a good defense.
The Vikings don't have one of those. Am I right?
No,
All right.
actually, you're really
Am I
not.
right?
You're like really not
Who
right
even is
about that.
Brian Flores.
Dude, Brian Flores, the GOAT.
What is a Brian Flores? Who is that?
The goat.
Brian Flores, we're like, lying your ass.
Yep.
So
Got him.
let's go. So yeah, he just called the Lions ass. He did get him.
Speaking of back
Yeah, I did.
speaking of backup quarterback masterclasses, Jake Browning.
Is Jake Browning good?
34 No, Joe Burrow's just a system QB.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's what Twitter's trying to tell
okay.
me.
Yes, of course,
That
Shredder.
Joe Burrow is just a system QB, and anybody that they throw in there will succeed for the rest of the year. They certainly will not sputter out towards the end of the year and
I mean,
go to the playoffs.
It does help that they have Jamar, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. I mean, that definitely helps whoever the fuck you're throwing out there.
And their leading receiver from this game, Chase Brown. Don't forget about him.
I'm not.
Yeah.
He had 2 catches for like a yard and then a 79-yard
3
touchdown.
catches for 8
I know.
yards
You-
and 1 tutty.
Ooh.
That guy's crazy.
Illinois legend.
Yeah, but the Colts, I don't know. Like Grover Stewart coming back was cool.
Did Grover do anything?
He had a couple nice run stops that I saw in red zone, I guess, but
Based.
not anything too special. I don't think. No sacks. Yeah, it's 5
Oh.
tackles, but
Wait a minute. Is it true that Audie had a tackle in this game?
1 tackle.
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel like Patrick Beverly right now, bro. They jump up on a fucking table.
There you go.
I think the Colts will be fine. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but I think they'll be fine.
I mean, they're still in a decent spot too, and with the Texans now having problems,
they have the Steelers, Falcons, Raiders, Texans to finish out
that
the
is
year.
There's no reason they
winnable
can't win
games.
all of those games. Yeah.
Dude, if the Colts finish 11-6 with
They'd be
fucking
11-6
Gardner
with all
Minshew,
four
Shane
of
Steichen's
those.
coach of the year,
Shane
I don't
Steichen
care.
is coach of the year,
Uh-huh.
and they'll be 14-3 with Anthony Richardson next year.
That's nuts.
So they will be. They'll be a good team next year by all accounts. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
they should be.
apparently. But yeah, the Bengals might also be okay. They're looking at Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and Cleveland to finish out.
I don't know if that's okay.
I don't know if they'll be okay. They might get 2 wins out of that.
Maybe.
We'll see. They have the
Vikings and
benefit.
Steelers.
They have the benefit of that thing that the Jaguars did last week, where they realized one of my draft crushes is actually really good and started to use him. So, therefore, they
Fair.
will win out.
I don't know about
I'm not gonna
that.
lie, I was under the impression you hated Chase Brown.
No, it's
I
the
love
other
Chase
one.
Brown.
Sidney Brown.
You hate
I didn't
Sidney
like
Brown.
Sydney because Sydney couldn't
That was
fucking
the
tackle.
one.
Chase Brown was the one where I was like, I should hate him, but I don't. I love him because he reminded me so much of Miles Sanders, and I despise
Dude is
Miles
so
Sanders.
fast. That dude is so fast.
Yeah. He just
But
Chase Brown, he was Illinois' offense in college. Like he
Yeah.
was their entire offense. He was awesome. And Chase Brown was I had him above Roshan on my draft board. Like I loved Chase Brown.
That's a little nutty.
I mean,
I'm
maybe.
sure it is.
I don't remember
sure
where I
it
had
was at the
anybody
time.
ranked anymore.
I think Chase
pretty
was
sure I had Chase Brown
RB4
over
and then
Roshan,
Roshan was
too.
RB5 for me.
I know
yeah.
who I had at number 1 mostly across the board. That's about it.
Yeah, it was my top 5 went Bijan, Jameer, Tajay, Chase Brown, Roshan.
IJ Spears, we'll talk about that guy.
Yeah.
IJ Spears, we'll talk about that guy.
I
yeah,
love Roshan. I'm
Bengals
still
win
so sad
pretty
to have him
soundly
as a
against
Bear.
a good playoff team.
Uh-huh.
So with Jake Browning and AJ McCarron, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah, because Browning got
NFC
hurt,
South.
didn't he?
Oh yeah, is he even gonna
Yeah,
play
he
this
came
week?
back, though.
Oh, did he?
McCarron
Okay.
only threw one
Oh.
pass, so I'm assuming he came back.
I thought it was late in the game though,
Fucking,
so I don't know.
in his hand. It's a right forearm injury. What does that mean?
Not the right forearm.
It was a thumb cramp.
It was
After
a-
cramp was resolved, he had an injury to his forearm. He's fully participating in practice, so he's good. He'll be playing in week 15. But yeah, the NFC South continues to be the NFC South, part 2.
Let's go.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers 29, Falcons 25. 3 teams tied at 6 and 7, but the Buccaneers have some kind of tiebreaker, so they're in first place in the NFC South after this game. Despite their leading receiver having, I guess, 53 yards isn't that bad, but
Dude,
despite Mike Evans being literally non-existent in this game, they were managed to beat
I don't
the
know.
Falcons,
I watched
so.
Mike
yeah, but
Evans
didn't
drop
Rashad White have a
3.
monster game?
Yeah, 25 carries for a
Yeah.
bucko 2, and then 2 catches for 33 yards and a thud.
Yeah.
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 Rashad White better.
Mike Evans had a couple of drops and then what should have been a touchdown where he just didn't get his foot down at all. Like, didn't
That was
try,
weird.
which was
Well, I mean, like,
so
it's-
not Mike Evans. It was the weirdest thing.
No, he got his foot down. It was the hand.
Oh,
his hand
yeah,
hit the
his
ground
hand
first.
hit before
It was
his
almost
foot.
simultaneous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
He definitely tried. It was a
Yeah.
tough catch, but the Falcons realized that Drake London's good. 10 catches, 172 yards. for
Kyle
Drake.
Pitts had a
Crazy how that
touchdown.
works.
Second one of his
Kyle
career.
Pitts
Let's
touchdown.
go.
Kyle Pitts
Illegal.
touchdown.
Illegal.
Pitts touchdown.
Did
Three
Arthur
catches,
Smith
77
die?
I
touchdowns.
wish. No, that's rude. Something
He
happened.
even gave Bijan
Yo!
Robinson 10 carries. This guy just said that he wished Arthur Smith was dead.
I
This
wish
guy
he
just
was
said
fired.
that.
Apparently, they're
This
keeping
man.
him, which is the worst
Yeah,
thing.
they
of all
are
time.
keeping him. Barring
Well, it's
a
because
late
they saw
season
he knows how to use Drake London. He's just
Okay.
been trolling.
I don't care. His quarterback
He's just
pick
been
was
trolling. It's
Desmond
okay.
Ritter. Like, that's the guy he chose to rock with. And just continues to
He was
choose
just
to rock
trolling.
with.
It's okay.
He's just a funny guy.
He's not
He's
funny.
just a
He's
funny
just
guy.
He's
useless
just
and
funny.
awful.
He's just
being a
really
little
trying to piss
goofy.
off the fantasy football nerds, you know?
And
I
lose
respect it.
lose
I
football
respect
games.
it.
That's, you know,
Respect it.
Yeah, winning's
I
over.
don't.
He wants Caleb.
except
He's just tanking for Caleb.
then
He's thinking way
he's
ahead.
bad at being bad and bad at being good.
No. He's taking the Panther strategy where you don't look too bad, so you keep your
Yes.
job, but then also you can just trade up and get
But
Caleb.
when the Panthers did that, they didn't keep their job. Nobody kept their
Well,
job.
Arthur Smith is better than Frank
listen.
Rule. Or Frank Rule, that's not his name. Matt
Rule.
Rule.
Not Rule was
Matt
fired
Rule.
well before that.
Might
It was
as well be.
Steve Wilkes, the Niners
Well,
defensive
Steve Wilkes-
coordinator.
See, they knew he wanted to leave to go work for the Niners. That's all
I
it
think
was.
he would have
Yeah.
preferred to be a head coach. I really do.
Yeah.
Nah, he's about to win a ring with the Niners. It's okay.
I thought you said
Falcons,
Philly had to make the
listen,
Super Bowl.
Shut the fuck up. Put your tongue away, you weirdo. Bro thinks he's Venom.
Yes.
They'll keep Justin Fields. They'll trade the number 1 overall pick to the Falcons, and they'll take Caleb Williams, and everybody will be happy, and things will be right in the world.
AJ
So, that's what's gonna
Terrell for
happen.
the first overall
official
pick,
prediction.
straight up.
Holy
Who
shit.
says no?
I mean,
Apparently
Chicago?
Miller says no.
Chicago?
they don't have any good corners, so they need one.
Well, that's not true.
That's objectively wrong.
I really wish Miller had a face cam, so dang it, didn't have the same effect just to hear silence.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
not
wanted
like
to see
that.
what he looked like when I said that.
Not like they have a guy who's going to be a first team All Pro or anything, you know, whatever.
They don't.
And Barry Stevenson's pretty good.
Yeah, this guy gets it. He knows. He knows.
Buccaneers are in first place in the AFC South and currently will host a playoff game, which is disgusting. Yeah, okay.
Dude, shout out to Dallas or Philly, whoever it is, for getting a free ticket to the second round.
Literally.
Yeah.
Browns 31, Jaguars 27.
Parker Washington Tutty. That's all I care about.
Dude, this was such a weird game.
It was such a weird game. Trevor Lawrence threw 3 picks.
But
Which
like
it's
none
Browns
of them
defense.
were
I
real.
What?
Yeah, but none of them were like
Trevor Lawrence-
real picks. Like they were interceptions, but they weren't like super bad throws or bad reads or
Miller-
like mistakes.
Guess who 2 of them went to? Guess who 2 of them went to?
Oh, it's gonna be something cringe as fuck.
I think he's a corner.
Yeah, I don't
don't know
know
for
why
sure,
you're
though.
judging him so hard.
Yeah, no. It's I saw this on Twitter. It's fucking Martin Emerson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin Jr., that guy.
He's
no,
like
Martin
actually
Emerson's
pretty
solid.
good. I don't why are you clowning like he threw 2 picks to fucking Charlie Hewlett,
Keyshawn Nixon.
right? Like
And Mahomes threw a pick to Keyshawn Nixon. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito fucking cooked that kid.
true.
No,
but yeah.
Wandale Robinson did.
They tried to guard my boy Wandale with a punt returner. Sorry. I was proud of that tweet. That was so fucking dumb.
so fucking dumb.
Joe Flacco outplayed Trevor Lawrence in this game. Mostly
I
'cause his
mean,
defense
I
is
don't know
better,
about
but
that because Flacco also had 4 turnovers. He fumbled. I know he had 1 interception, but dude, this game was turnover central. I hate the ESPN box score.
Does Flacco have a case of fumbleitis?
I think the entire Browns team had a case of fumbleitis. Let me find on like how do I find like the turnover stats for this game? Good God. I don't know how to use the internet apparently. What's up, Jake?
I just found a really funny picture of Joe Flacco and I clicked on his name.
Oh no.
Sent it into the Discord.
I can't look.
chat.
That's unfortunate.
I can look. I can look aggressively.
These bros looking aggressive. All right.
Flacco's looking aggressive.
Oh
What
no!
is
What
that?
the fuck? I gotta find.
I
I
really
gotta
wish we were on
look down.
StreamYard. I really wish we were on StreamYard and I could make that my background because
What the fuck?
it is very funny.
That's great. That's great.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, hold on. I think I finally found a real box score that'll tell us things. Maybe not. I see one interception. Why is there nothing that counts fumbles anywhere ever?
You
Weird.
actually lose them.
Well, yeah, I think so. But like the Jaguars also had issues. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand.
Their offense is inconsistent. The defense isn't that great, and
Yeah, Amari
that's all you
Cooper
really
had a
know about
fumble
them.
lost. Joe Flacco had a fumble lost. I guess two of the fumbles actually resulted in turnovers, I think.
Okay.
Because I have to do this the fun way of like going drive by drive and figuring out how they ended.
Yeah, the Browns are also maybe will not be okay because it came out today that both Grant Delpit and Ogbonnia Okoronkwo are out for the year. Not good. Not good
Shout
at
out
all.
Delpit for getting paid though.
Yeah, Grant Talbot got paid. And I guess technically Okoronkwo did this offseason too. But they're both out for the year. It's tough. We'll see how the defense looks without those two guys, but yeah.
Wait, Okoronkwo's out for the year?
On
I
top
thought it was just that
the
he could
myriad
be.
of-
They feared.
It could be, I guess, but I think they're
I was
the way
gonna
the
say,
tweet was
that
I
on
saw
top
was
of
phrased kind of seems like he's going to be. But yeah. Maybe not him, but at the very
so
least Grant
they're
Delpit
missing
is.
like they're
Everybody.
missing like half their defense.
Half their offense.
Isn't Amari Cooper hurt? No, Amari
he's
Cooper's
always
healthy again,
hurt.
isn't he?
Amari gets hurt every
Right.
game.
They're
That's not
missing
news.
both their starting tackles. They're down to Flacco at quarterback.
They don't have Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
And
Also
they're
true.
They're hurting
Dude,
on
there's
defense.
a
They're
thi-
missing one of their defensive tackles too, right?
we gotta start putting Kevin Stefanski's name in Coach of the Year conversations, right? Dude's had 4
Well,
quarterbacks,
no, according to
lost his
Cleveland
best
fans,
player.
he should be fired.
Cleveland
Yep.
fans are stupid. They also all love Deshaun Watson. So I don't care what a single Cleveland fan
I was
says. They
gonna
can
say
shut the fuck up and die. Don't
I
care.
was gonna say Cleveland fans hate Stefanski for no reason. That dude is so fucking
Because-
good at his job.
Yeah, I know. I've always known. I was mad that he left. I liked Stefanski. He was my offensive
I
coordinator.
love the way he draws up run games, dude. He's such a good run game coordinator.
Yeah, he really is. Dude, and I don't know. They're blaming him
Sorry.
because the offense is bad. And, like, what do you expect when you're rocking Joe Flacco and Jerome Ford?
Right.
Hey,
What?
what? Keep Jerome Ford's name out of your mouth. Listen up, buddy. That guy's good. He's
Okay.
silent because he knows I'm right.
You guys want to hear? You guys ready for Miller football to drop some NBA news on you?
Sick.
Go for it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo just set the Bucks franchise record for points in a game with 64,
Goddamn.
and it was
Yo,
it was in
64?
Indiana, and the Pacers stole the game ball from Giannis.
Wow.
Did the Bucks at least win?
Yes.
Yeah, they won 140 to 126.
Okay. Wow, Giannis.
64
That's also
and
the most
14.
points
What a
that
game.
anyone.
My
It's the most
goodness,
points
that
anyone
dude
scored
is-
this season or in a regular season game for the Bucks ever.
Bobby Portis
And
had
the Pacers
19
stole
points.
the game ball.
Bobby Portis has been sneaky
Bobby
good.
buckets.
And Chris Middleton had 14.
Hmm?
Dame
Who?
had
Bobby
21.
Portis has been. Let's go.
Ah.
But yeah, Miller football dropping.
All right,
the
that's
NBA
enough
news on
basketball.
us.
No,
Real sport
more
time.
basketball. Okay, so real quick. So I don't know what Cam Newton's whole thing was. I know he came out and was talking about some quarterbacks, whatever.
Cam
So
Newton out?
what?
Good for him.
What?
Sorry, I was making a joke. Clearly didn't land.
I didn't hear it. But okay.
I said, "Oh, Cam Newton came out. Good for him."
Oh.
Because you hesitated after you said "came out,"
No,
and I
said,
tried to jump in, but my internet's being shitty.
Gotcha. No, so he was talking about, I don't know, I think he called a bunch of quarterbacks game managers, and people are all over Cam talking shit. And Torrey Smith, former wide receiver, came out and was like, why does every random sports analyst get to give their shit quarterback takes every week, but a former NFL QB and MVP can't give his without folks losing their minds? Which is fair. People listen to Chris Sims, who I know played in the NFL for like a week because his dad was Phil Sims, but that doesn't, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of true. Why are we cool with Colin Cowherd giving his quarterback takes and we're agreeing, but Cam does it and he's an idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about?
I mean,
I think the main reason is because Cam's like a more.
Wrong.
What did he say? I actually don't know.
What he said something really bad about Dak.
Yeah, he thrashed Dak.
He called Dak a game manager, didn't he?
Yeah, which to you is a cardinal sin. So
no, it's actually not. You guys just change your ruling on what that means every fucking week to whatever makes you feel good about yourself.
We'll do that.
Anyways, like I was saying, I think a big part of it is because there's a lot of people who don't remember how good Cam was, and it's like the JT O'Sullivan treatment, where it's like, oh, this guy was a quarterback, but he wasn't that great. Not saying Cam wasn't. I'm just saying like this is them. They're like, oh, this quarterback wasn't great, so he's talking from a place of jealousy.
Yeah, because the last time we saw
Cam, he can't judge his peers
was
appropriately because he's going to be biased.
Right. The last time we saw Cam was not great, and I get that. Though, well, I was going to say it was. I'm thinking to the Patriots. I kind of forgot the whole Panthers fiasco happened. I was like, with the Patriots, it was fine until he got hurt again. He was actually really good until he got hurt again.
And then he went to the Panthers, was back for 5 minutes, and then wasn't anymore.
Yeah, he had one good game. He pulled the Josh Dobbs in his return to the Panthers.
Yeah.
I will say, people need to settle the fuck down with how bad they're defending Dak, though. Not in the sense that Dak doesn't deserve to be defended, because he's Dak, but I have seen so many people say Dak Prescott is already better than Cam Newton ever was and has accomplished more than Cam Newton ever did. Cam won a ring and an MVP.
He didn't win a ring.
Oh, Dak will have one of those things.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He went to a Super Bowl. I always forget the fucking Panthers lost that Super Bowl. I don't know if my mind's retroactively trying to fuck over Peyton or what.
Because he didn't dive on that ball where he would have died. I get... Well, if he dives on that ball, they win. No, he dives on that ball, he gets hurt, and they have no shot of winning.
But either way, he went to a Super Bowl and won MVP. Dak hasn't done that yet. So let's settle down.
Cam Newton claimed that Tua, Dak, and Jared Goff and Brock Purdy are all game managers. That was it. He didn't say they were bad, though he was saying game manager in like the Jimmy G sense, and that they're not difference makers, which, whatever, it's his opinion. And it depends. Are we considering to be a difference maker, you have to be Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Lamar, Hurts? Because if by that, then I guess technically he's not wrong. I don't know what his point is.
I'd say Dak has been a difference maker this year by that standard.
Yeah, maybe. But it's also been... Yeah. It's the same thing where we talked about C.J. Stroud, where if you're just talking about him as a quarterback, you're not going to use this 13 games weighted much more over the last 80.
We don't do that, but it's more popular.
Sure.
To be more recent with it. So in my mind, when I hear Cam Newton or someone that I know isn't like us, like outwardly like us in the sense that we like to take a little bit of history into context, my assumption is always they're just talking about this season. But I mean, if we're going off like career-wise, Dak's not on their level, but he's also not a Jimmy G game manager.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose we had to talk about this game at some point. Bears 28, Lions 13. Go ahead, Miller.
Yep. Gentlemen of the jury, it is with great honor I would like to inform you that the Chicago Bears are back.
Okay.
This guy.
Genuinely speaking, the Bears have one of the 5 best defenses in football right now, and Justin Fields is at least not being a net negative, which is weird awesome.
That 2 teams in the NFC North have top 10 defenses, and it's not the team with the most defensive talent in the division. I think that's pretty funny.
Who has the most defensive
I
talent
still
in the
think it's the
division?
Packers. They have so many good
okay.
players on that defense. They're just not a good defense.
Jair
Well, it's Jimmy
Alexander
Barry.
I know. Yeah, I know.
and Kenny Clark and
No,
Devontae Wyatt.
but
and
even when
maybe
they're
DeAndre
healthy,
He's
they
not
haven't
saying-
played
no,
that
he's-
good.
He's saying the.
I'm saying they're super
I was gonna
talented.
say he's saying the
but just
talent's
aren't
there. They're just not clicking.
And it's a Joe Barry issue.
He's not saying any one
wasn't
individual
talking
player is
shit
bad.
on the
He's just saying the
Packers.
Packers
I wouldn't
defense
say
isn't
they're the
playing as good
most-
as it should be.
I wouldn't say they're the most talented defense in the North by any stretch, though.
Who is?
I don't think the Packers defense is as talented as even like the Bears defense is. Jair's our only good corner.
Bro
Kenny
said
Clark is our only
even the
certified.
Bears.
Like Clark and Gary are only certified good defensive linemen. Devontae Wyatt's on his way. Van Ness might be on his way. Devondre Campbell is our only certified good linebacker. Quay Walker might be on his way. We have 0 safeties. No talent at safety whatsoever. 0. Maybe Anthony Johnson's talented, but he certainly isn't there yet.
But
I don't think I like to put the Packers defense in their potential, but I do not think they're the most talented defense in the NFC North by any stretch. I think the Vikings.
I was gonna
defense
say,
probably even have an argument for most talented.
I was going
Maybe.
to say, I think it's kind of a
see,
two-man
you
race
can't
between
call
the two
the Vikings-
defenses that are top 5 right now.
well, that's fair. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about people trying to pretend that the Vikings are one of the most talented defenses now, since I heard all offseason about how they don't have the talent to be any good at fucking all. I really do demand an apology from everyone who talks shit about the Vikings defense.
I mean,
I'm
now
over it.
that we've seen them play, we realize that they're talented. Like that's just.
If you didn't
like,
realize
we didn't know
players
that Ivan Pace
had,
was going to be this good.
that is false. I did. I knew that. I told everybody that.
He was.
I called him the number one
Yeah.
linebacker in the draft class for a reason. I knew
And
he
you
would
were
be
wrong.
that good. No, he's still out. He's outplayed
Toto,
Jack
whatever
Campbell.
his name is, clears.
False.
Henry To'oTo'o hasn't been good this year.
No.
He still clears. Funny
But
name.
no, talking about the Bears, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. I
yeah,
know
sorry.
you two
I don't know
want
what
to.
happened. No, I want to
I-
talk about the Bears.
He
he
said
flipped
that
it and I got
defense is the
distracted.
most talented defense in the North, and I had to.
I should have had this pulled up. The fucking Tez effect, dude. The Montez Sweat impact.
It's the
has been
loss
incredible.
of Allen Williams effect. You were a top 10 defense the month
Yeah.
after Allen Williams was gone. I'm not giving
Yep.
all the credit to Montez Sweat.
Hmm.
I'm not saying he
Can you
wasn't a
let me
great
finish?
addition. I'm just
Can you let me finish?
no.
I'm not saying it. The Tez effect isn't. It's not all Montez. Okay, I'm fully aware of that. But when you have a good defensive lineman that teams are more likely to focus on and more likely to give attention to, your other defensive linemen are going to play better.
That's fair.
That causes the defensive line to play a lot better. When the defensive line is playing better, the secondary is going to step up. When the secondary and defensive line are playing better, the linebacker's job becomes a hell of a lot easier. I'm not saying that the Bears defense was dog shit. They added Sweat, now they're
No,
elite.
so I
They
thought
were
you were
trending
doing
upwards.
That's what the Bears Twitter has been doing. I thought you were following Bears Twitter on that. That's my bad.
Yeah.
I thought you were
All
being
right.
a psychopath. So that's
Yeah, no.
I jumped the gun on yelling at you. My bad.
Like, the Bears defense has been genuinely incredible these past 5 weeks. And I could not be happier. We are seeing so many guys step up. Jaquan Brisker just had an absurd performance with 2 pass deflections, a forced fumble, 17 tackles, got robbed of Defensive Player of the Week for the NFC. Fucking Montez has been incredible. Javon Dexter had his first sack this week. Tremaine Edmonds had a pick. Jalen Johnson had an incredible pick.
Who got Defensive Player of the Week?
Ivan Pace.
Yeah.
He did not have a better game than a forced fumble, 2 PBUs, and 17 tackles.
13 tackles,
and
a sack, a pick, and 2 other PBUs. All while most of that was him covering Devontae Adams.
Jaquan Brisker still should have won it.
Oh my God. Okay.
Anyways.
Bro just can't give his flowers to Ivan Pace. He just can't.
It's not even Ivan Pace slander. It's just me giving Jaquan Brisker props because everybody thinks he's fucking dog shit.
No, Brisker's great. I
was going to say,
kinda
Brisker's
mad
had no
about it.
respect this season, and he had an incredible game last week. The entire defense is clicking. Justin Fields made some damn good throws this week.
Dude.
The one where he's running fucking to the sideline, throws a crossbody to Cole Kmet. I
don't want to be Ryan Poles. I really don't.
I know. Listen,
I don't know how
you.
Because Fields is starting to show some like actual development.
And I can't listen. I am okay. Listen, here's my thing. I'm so conflicted right now because I have never watched Caleb Williams seriously play football.
Sure.
I've seen some Twitter clips. I've never watched a full game of Caleb playing. I haven't watched film yet. I haven't touched anything. All I know is the legend of Caleb Williams, right?
Sure.
So I am a fully blank slate in my mind. Hell, just based off vibes alone, he's not even my favorite quarterback in this class. It's Drake May because I'm a North Carolina fan and his older brother's my favorite college athlete of all time.
I'm so glad you didn't say the words I was worried you were going to say.
What, pocket passer? Or
no, the whole thing with Caleb Williams being a garbage human, supposedly, because he cried to his mom when he lost, which is like valid.
No, he has emotions.
Yeah, like
who cares?
That's kind of where I thought you were going. I was like, dude, don't.
It's literally just because his older brother is my favorite college player ever,
fair.
And I know those May boys got ice in their veins. All right,
fair enough.
But Justin, I mean, I can't talk about it because if you say a positive thing about Justin Fields on the internet, you're Satan and you get shot. Or you get grouped in with people that are legitimate psychopaths. There's no objective way to talk about Justin Fields, and it's so fucking frustrating. Because I can't be like, yeah, Justin Fields just played a really good game, but he still hasn't proven he's the guy yet.
Well, and there's also this thing of you have to look at his development track, and this is year 3 for Fields, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you've got 2 more years of rookie deal Fields.
Uh-huh.
Or you can move on with May or Williams or fucking Bo Nix. I don't fucking care.
Right.
And have 5 years of rookie deal with somebody who's, at least with May and Williams, maybe have a chance to develop to where Fields is within a year. Because Fields' development was stunted by some shitty Chicago things. Coaching and fun stuff.
But then on the flip side of that,
what if they're bad?
If not only that's not even where I was going with that. That's certainly a possibility.
Yeah.
I think, college quarterbacks are college quarterbacks, right? It's a lottery ticket.
Yep.
If you're confident in the development of Fields, we just saw what Ryan Poles can do when he trades down from the number 1 overall pick, and he got DJ Moore, who has been by far and away our best player, a top 10 receiver this year, an absolute game changer. He could do the same thing again because to an even larger degree if Caleb Williams is what Caleb Williams is supposed to be. So it's like you guys said, I would hate to be Ryan Poles right now if you like Fields, which I have not seen anything.
Even Theo Ash is out here making videos complimenting how Fields played.
Right. If the big test will be this week against the Browns, even though they're a little banged up, they still have a great defense.
Yep.
And it'll be the best, no disrespect to the Vikings, but it'll be the best defense he has played since he's come back from his injury.
The Browns might be the best defense in football. The argument's them and the Jets. The Bears and Vikings defenses are really good, but there's levels to this.
Right. So that's going to be the best defense he's got to play. If he can put, especially the whole fucking full circle of it, his first start being against Cleveland, getting his shit rocked.
Yeah.
If he goes to play Cleveland, comes out, has a really good game.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, and I don't want to sound like a delusional fanboy. And I'm sure my opinion on this will change drastically when I sit down in January to start watching prospects.
Sure.
But from the perspective of somebody who's just watching Fields grow and then hearing chatter about what these quarterbacks are supposed to be, I want it to be Fields so fucking bad.
Sure.
So unbelievably bad.
Well,
and these last
how
couple
crushing
weeks,
would it be to have Fields be anywhere else and turn into that guy?
It would be a little crushing,
because
but
Fields
I feel
will go somewhere.
No, and he'll
somebody's
be good.
giving him a shot.
Yeah. And I don't think it'll be super crushing because we'd have Caleb. So if he's what he's supposed to be, then it's everybody wins.
True.
Because again, I'm just going off what I've been told, and from what I've been told, Caleb's a can't-miss quarterback, right?
Yeah.
But it's tough, man. I hate it because I love Fields so much. I really do. He's the most talented quarterback I have seen suit up for the Chicago Bears, despite his inconsistencies. And everything's there. I mean, we've seen him make unreal plays with his arm. We've seen him complete or throw passes like his fucking other throw to Komet this week, where Komet fucking mossed a dude on the sideline, was crazy. The play where it was like 4th and 15 and he was able to pull a guy off sides, adjust the play pre-snap. Like, they went out. Did you guys see that touchdown he threw to Moore? It was 4th and long and he had a free play and he just took a shot. So that play, Komet was talking about it after the game, and it was they were just there to pull them off sides because they wanted to get in better field goal range for Cairo. And if they couldn't pull them off sides, they were just going to call a timeout at the last second and kick the field goal. And they walked up to the line. Justin shifted the play to 4 verts, pulled him off sides, and just chucked it up to DJ. And, like, that's the type of shit you want to... I know that's, like, very basic, and it was just him throwing a streak, so it's not, like, an insane throw. But the balls to make that adjustment in that situation against a division rival, knowing everything that's at stake, that's the shit you want in a franchise quarterback. You know? And he's arguably the best runner of the football in the league. Like, there could be an argument made. I'm not going to say he is. I think that's pushing it a little bit. But him and Lamar and Michael Vick are the 3 best mobile quarterbacks in NFL history, just based off running alone. So it's like...
Cam. The one with the most yards and touchdowns.
Okay. I know that's really ironic that I left Cam out, considering we were just talking about him like 10 minutes ago. But, like, you know what I mean. He's one of the 4.
Well, Cam's also so different. When we talk about running quarterbacks, we leave Josh Allen out half the time, though he runs more than everybody else because it's different.
Yeah.
He doesn't make people miss and, like, these incredible... He just kills people.
Yeah. And, like, talking about making people miss, the video that Brian Baldinger posted this week, where he was talking about, like, all the kids for Christmas when I asked for Justin Fields shoes because he's got magic in him, talking about all the guys he was making miss. Like, when I hear Baldy praising him, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's the guy. If Brian Baldinger thinks he's the guy, who am I to judge? And then he plays, and it's like, well, you know, maybe. I don't know. It's just so conflicting. I hate the situation I'm in with Fields because I can't feel the way I want to feel about him because nobody will let you. Because it's very much, I'm rooting like hell for the kid. I want him to show me in the next 4 weeks that he is the guy. Because people forget too, Fields is only 24. It's not like he came out late and at the end of his rookie contract, he's already 26, 27. Like, he's relatively young for a quarterback prospect and hasn't even hit, like, his physical prime yet. And like, I don't know. It's just, I know I've been rambling, but, like, it's so conflicting and I hate it.
Yeah. But
Bears
yeah,
good, though.
Overall, yeah, Bears played a good game. Lions did not.
Dude, the
Defense
Lions suck anytime they play a top half of the league defense. Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, defense.
by the way, that's something I wanted to bring up before the episode. I promise this is the last thing, but I wanted to bring this up to tell Geek. Montez Sweat said that their goal in this game was to get Goff to 3rd down every single drive because they didn't think Goff could handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured you'd enjoy that because
I love
Montez Sweat is Montez Sweat, Matt Eberflus, and the entirety of the Bears defense are on the same page with you.
I love it. Dude, I'm just a bully, but dude, Goff's not good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was commending him like 3 weeks ago for how well he was doing getting the ball out when under pressure, and then he goes against Chicago twice, and it's like, okay, no, he can't.
No.
Yeah.
He has no idea how to get the ball out under pressure, and if he does, he's just throwing something up. I do agree with Jake, though. I'm not going to hold the Jalen Johnson pick against him because was just
I don't
a Hail
care.
Mary type play.
I'm just yapping because he's always doing some goofy shit like that. It seems like any time he tries to make a play, it's a bad play. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. He is the Jimmy G of Jimmy G's now. He is modern era Jimmy G.
But yeah, Lions bad, Bears good.
Dude,
we're so back.
We're so back.
How many Do you play the Packers twice still, Miller? I don't.
Only once. We played them the first game, and we'll play them the last game.
Nuts.
There was a very real world where the Bears and Packers are playing for a playoff spot in
That's
week
what
18.
I was going to say. That would be so sick. I like big football. And because week 18, there's a very good chance it's Vikings-Lions for the division, which is also really sick. Love that.
Just imagine. Like, Jake, I promise I'm not saying this to shit on the Packers, but just like as a hypothetical.
No, you are, but go ahead.
No.
I'm not. This is Fields prop, I promise. This isn't Packers slander. We're talking about how difficult Poles' job is right now. Imagine Fields looks good the next couple weeks and then goes... the game's in Lambeau, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Imagine he goes into Lambeau, beats the Packers, takes the Bears to the playoffs for the first time since 2019. What do you do then?
Yeah, I don't know how you move off of him if that's how it goes. I really don't.
Like...
I don't know. I'll still move off him because beating the Packers ain't no accomplishment, so I'm not really sure that that should warrant anything.
Oh, we should probably cook.
I mean,
beating the Packers would, but not at this current moment.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, DeVito did it.
It's biggest rivals, you know?
Yeah.
It's different.
Tommy buddies.
This next game.
I don't know what the next game is, but...
Niners 28. Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks 16. Listen, I didn't watch a lick of this game. I don't know if he was good or not. The box score suggests that he wasn't good, wasn't bad.
That's about how he played. It was a lot of meh.
I'm taking it. We take it. He lost by less than the Niners than Gino did.
Hey man, he's better than Tim Boyle.
Scored more points against the Niners than Gino did. So I've seen what I need to see. Yeah. And Gino was on national television too. Bro choked, and here we are.
Oh good.
But Christian McCaffrey is the MVP. Is
yes.
he not?
Yes.
Is he not?
I'm still leaning Tyreek.
He averaged 9.1 yards. I understand that the Seahawks run defense is nothing to be confident in, but still 9.1 yards per carry, bro.
Well, yeah, it's because the first
Geek,
carry of the game was 70
week.
yards. I was not here last week.
You weren't here when I gave my McCaffrey argument, why I think he's MVP.
I think him and Tyreek are the only two that should be considered. But I also just watched how Miami's offense looked without Tyreek. And we've seen the 49ers still be the best offense in football without CMC. So,
Right. But imagine this, right? The Niners continue to play dominant. They're the best team in the NFL, clinch the 1 seed in the NFC. All primarily through a running back who's about to have 15, 16, 1,700 all-purpose yards and an absurd amount of touchdowns. After the offseason narrative of running backs aren't valuable and don't matter,
they'll give the award to Brock Purdy because the NFL is stupid.
Yeah, no, Brock Purdy will win.
I mean, probably, but
that's why we should root for Tyreek to hit 2K.
The MVP. I'm not arguing.
Oh no, I think the only two options should be CMC and Tyreek. That's it. I don't think a quarterback deserves to be in consideration. Not really. Dak's been fine. He has not played like an MVP. He's gonna finish with 34 touchdowns. He's gonna finish with a Kirk Cousins season. Congrats. If his numbers look like Kirk's did last year, why are we giving him the MVP when we didn't even consider Kirk? That doesn't make sense. Just because he's been the best quarterback this year doesn't mean he deserves to be an MVP.
Year.
So just because he's the best of a bad quarterback year doesn't mean he deserves to be the MVP. I think of all the quarterback options, he is the most deserving. But
what I'm hearing is Jalen Johnson MVP.
Ivan Pace MVP. Let's go.
I can't give it to a UDFA. That's illegal.
You have to be good to win it too.
I was being nice with my critique. Damn.
Jake, I'm sorry. Our UDFA linebacker is better than your first round pick linebacker. I'm sorry.
I'm so no, he's not. And
Okay.
I'm convinced that Tommy DeVito will win MVP.
That would be
he's
the
a UDFA. So
I'm down. I'm here for a Tommy
we
DeVito
were,
MVP.
we were
The
one pick away
gabagool.
from Brock Purdy being the first UDFA MVP. So he'll probably win it this year. It's stupid, but anyway, yeah. Niners 28, Seahawks 16. Vintage Niners game. Debo went crazy. Ayuk went crazy. McCaffrey went crazy. I mean, Kenneth Walker averaged 2.6 yards per carry.
Which is so weird because he had a couple good runs. I don't know.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett was literally a receiver. DK Metcalf just decided he was going to try and kill Fred Warner for no reason. So normal DK Metcalf activities.
Yeah.
Kalen Metcalf, man. Most conflicting player in football for me.
Him and Draymond.
I want to like him. And then he does some fuck shit, dude.
Especially Fred Warner, bro. Keep your hands off Fred Warner.
I don't know, bro. He took bro to Suplex City. I don't know.
Precious boo boo bear.
Pretty funny. I don't know. Fred Warner did it to Kirk. Let DK do it to Fred. It's fine.
Fred Warner can do no wrong.
Why do you have to hate everybody, Geek? Why can't you just not say something bad about somebody every time we bring somebody up?
What do you mean?
Oh, we love Fred Warner. Yeah, something about him and Kirk Cousins.
No, I'm trying to help DK. And I'm defending DK. Just for fun.
I'll defend Kalen.
Don't you do that.
Okay, that's fair. Let's talk about the best game of the week. Yeah.
Fun game. Almost the first game to ever go into overtime at a 0-0 score. Vikings 3, Raiders 0. Two just bad teams. I mean, man.
I really can't stand having Jake speak words about the Vikings anymore.
Two bad offenses.
There you go.
Right,
I don't even think
DJ
our offense is bad.
Run. That's all I care
Josh
about.
Dobbs is bad because the offense immediately looked serviceable as soon as Nick Mullins stepped in. There's this cool thing that Josh Dobbs lacks the ability to do, and that's throw an accurate pass and play in rhythm that Nick Mullins can do. Like, Josh Dobbs, sure, he can escape the pocket better than Nick Mullins. But, I mean, Josh Dobbs put Justin Jefferson in the hospital on a pass that I think I make without that. I don't think Josh Dobbs has ever thrown a pass that wasn't 2 feet too high. I don't understand what the deal is there. I
traded for this dude.
I wanted to like Josh Dobbs. I really did. But, like, realistically, Nick Mullins is the better choice. He can play within rhythm. And he knows the playbook, and he knows the guys, and he can make an accurate throw, and that's all we really need. Get the ball to JJ, get it to Jordan Addison, and let them do all the work. What's up?
It's almost like someone said at the trade deadline that Josh Dobbs' trade wasn't that great.
I didn't say it was that great. I said it was something you needed to do, which is fair. You gotta, especially since Nick Mullins was injured, so we had Jaron Hall and Sean Mannion. We kind of.
I wasn't saying that to slight you.
See what happened.
No, I know how that goes. I've seen. You've seen how that went. You watched him. No, don't do that again. Not again.
Again, throw him out there in prime time against the Packers again. Let's see what happens. Let's let him cook.
But this game sucked because every Viking, it seemed like, got hurt. Alex Madison got hurt. JJ got hurt. Our entire offensive line got hurt. But hey, the defense played really good, so I don't know.
That's true.
Dude, Ivan Pace and Mekhi Blackman have both been, like, genuinely incredible this year, and I love it. I know Mekhi got, mossed a couple times by Cortland Sutton, but I don't know why 5'8" Mekhi was on 6'5" Cortland Sutton. That's a matchup nightmare.
Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Also,
I think that's a height issue.
Better? Yeah, maybe grow.
The Broncos have played.
Be taller.
What?
When did the Broncos play the Vikings?
Like 2 weeks ago? I was there. We just didn't.
I don't know why I don't remember that game.
Because we didn't do an episode that week, so I didn't get to talk about it because I was there. And then
was the Sutton.
Sutton game winner.
Yeah. Hey, listen, shout out Josh. What is it, medalist? Dude's played
Dude,
12 positions on defense this year.
Medalist is so good. I love him.
12 positions on defense. Hasn't played DT though, so not
No,
good.
he did.
He used to play DT.
He played
Put him on
left
the
defensive tackle and left defensive end. Those were both on the list. I don't know why left
Yeah, call
defensive
me when he
tackle was
plays
on the.
fullback. Call me when he plays fullback. The hardest position to play.
Are we supposed to bench CJ Ham for him?
Put
Ooh, we
CJ
got
at
you there.
tailback for the one time.
Honestly,
Just one time.
I'd be there for it. That'd be kind of sick.
CJ would make a better tailback than either of your current tailbacks.
The hate on Ty Chandler is wild. Also, the
Wow.
hate on Alex Madison is wild.
No, it's just crazy CJ prop. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay. I thought it was just hate, but
No,
that's
they're
fair. That's
fine.
more fair.
They're fine. CJ just
Okay,
better.
yeah,
Didn't
because
CJ
one of
have like a
Alex-
7-yard run?
Yeah, he had one carry
'cause
for 7 yards. Goat.
Because which one of Alexander Madison and Ty Chandler averaged 7 yards a carry? Oh wait, neither of them
Alex
did.
Madison went
Like
6.6 yards per carry. He was right there.
Not 7. Not
It's all right.
7.
We held Josh
0.4
Jacobs
left.
to 2.6, so I'll take that.
Josh Jacobs wants to be.
This
That's
is what
not-
happens when you get rid of Jakob Johnson.
This is true.
Yeah,
Although I think
Amir
they might have
Abdullah
just
averages 12
activated
yards
The
a carry.
industrial revolution and its consequences.
It's so
Yeah.
real. So real.
Amir Abdullah averaged 12 yards a carry in this game.
The Raiders'
How did you
defensive
let
line
that
did
happen?
everything they wanted. Because he
One
had one
carry
carry
for
for 12 yards.
Oh, okay. You gotta remember, I don't have the stats
No,
in
yeah.
front of me.
Max Crosby had like 2 sacks and like 12.4 pressures. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Tyree
Yeah,
Wilson
oh
got
my-
a sack. That might be the first
Yep.
one of his career.
At defensive tackle, no less.
He's just
Put
a
him in
freak,
the
dude.
DT.
Tyree's got
See
to
what
figure it
happens.
out because he's making me and Miller look really bad.
No, it's okay. Listen, he was always a more raw prospect, and considering the Raiders
True.
are a shit show and can't
That's
develop
fair.
anything, I'm not surprised. I'm a
That's
little
fair.
sad, but I'm not necessarily shocked. Why can't I find the Raiders snap counts last week? Why can I only find the Vikings
clue.
snap counts?
No clue. We good to move on, or you want to keep talking about this game? I'll prop up Ivan Pace some more. I am getting close
here we
to
go.
demanding apologies from everybody. That's all I know.
But yeah, let's keep it in the AFC West. Broncos 24, Chargers 7. Saddest news from this game: our beloved boy Justin Herbert is out for the year.
It's
It is
not his
Easton-
fault.
It is Easton.
This is
it
gonna
is
sound
Easton
bad. It's
sixth
good news.
season.
The Chargers will
Man,
lose out
no.
and officially fire Staley. It's good news.
Yeah.
And they'll
This
get,
is
and they'll
good
get
news.
Brock Bowers. Yes.
Yep. And they'll
Um,
sign Bill Belichick to be their new head coach. Let's go.
Yes. Everything about the Chargers is bad.
Yeah.
You know who's really
Keenan
good?
Allen's out this
Cortland
week.
Sutton.
Well, yes,
Cortland
but
Sutton's really
not-
good.
that's not who I
love
was
that dude.
alluding to. So I got 2 takeaways from this game. I watched bits and pieces of it, and then I went back and I watched the condensed replay because Dakota and Caleb and I were talking about it.
Okay.
Fucking Jaquan McMillan,
Yeah.
absurd football player.
Yeah.
I'm very sad that I'm just now learning about him. I wish I would have known a few weeks ago so I could, like, prop him up properly.
Yeah.
But like he's really fucking good. And the Broncos defense, the turnaround needs to be studied. It's insane.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's crazy
yeah.
how good they've
Can we
been.
give Vance
Yeah.
Joseph Coach of the Year?
Caleb
Give
keeps
assistant
saying
of
they
the year.
need to do most improved player and give it to Vance Joseph.
That's fair.
But I don't think you can get it for being bad and then becoming good in the same season. Like I think
I
it's
don't
got
know.
to carry
I
over.
think that's where it should be. Miller, let's play that fun game of who was the leading receiver for the Chargers.
It was Quentin. I'm sure it was Quentin Johnston because you're
Yeah,
asking
It was
me.
Quentin
Yeah.
Johnston.
I did see
Yeah.
he had one like deep catch.
He had 3 catches, for
catches,
91,
91
yards.
yards.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Hey, let's play a fun
Overall-
game.
Ooh,
Who's the worst receiver on the Broncos?
Jerry Jeudy.
Yes.
That
Ding,
hurts
ding,
my
ding.
soul. I don't know
Guys,
what
sitting,
the
bro.
fuck is going on with him.
he's bad. That's what's going on with him. He is not a good receiver.
He's the
I've been
weirdest
told
This is a
receiver,
mental.
though,
He
because
is
he's-
just bad.
He's wide open every play.
That's
he just
bad.
cannot catch. It's the worst.
Exactly. I've been hearing for years, primarily from Caleb. I've been hearing for years that Jerry Judy's good. He just can't catch, and it's true. And I've been saying for years he can't. He hasn't learned to catch. We're what, year 4? Year
Okay,
3?
it took Devontae multiple years to learn how to catch too.
But Devontae wasn't this bad
That's
in
fair.
year 3 or 4.
No, that's fair. I mean, for the last 2 off seasons prior to this, I get, even this year, I get the, like, he could break out. At this point, I think it's over. Jerry Judy's, it's
Never
over.
wrong,
But
just early.
yeah. But yeah, everything's bad about the Chargers. The Broncos are still within their right to make the playoffs. So
Yeah.
Michael Burton had a
they're
carry.
only one
And a
game
catch.
behind the Chiefs, the
Yeah,
division
both.
lead.
My glorious boo-boo
And
bear, Bears legend Michael Burton.
Glorious King. Yeah, but they're only one game back from the Chiefs for the division lead.
That's-
so
Wild.
Broncos hosting a playoff game? Question mark.
I'm so
The
mad.
Broncos hosting a playoff game because they already beat the Chiefs.
Also, if the Broncos host a playoff game, I will be doing everything in my power to be there because I think that would be sick.
And they might win because that home atmosphere is sick. I don't know who it's against, I guess, but probably the Chiefs.
I don't know. I've never
got.
gotten to go to a. They wouldn't be the 5 seed, would they? I'm trying to think of. I guess they
Chiefs
probably
would be the 5
would.
seed. They didn't win the division.
Well,
The
no, I
Broncos
just
plan to
mean would the
4
Broncos
seed.
be the 4, but probably.
Yeah.
Ravens, Ravens, I guess Jags. The Broncos
Jags might be
massive
the 4
picks, I
seed.
guess.
And
Yeah.
the Dolphins
Ravens,
still could
Jags,
technically
and
lose the division to
Dolphins.
the Bills.
And the Bills could still win the division.
Yeah.
And then
so
the
maybe they won't
Broncos
be the
would
4
get
seed, but yeah.
the 3 seed over that because they have the
Yeah.
tiebreaker with the Bills.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Bills, they beat Kansas City this week,
Let's
20-17.
I knew. Or no,
Mahomes,
Jake, we both knew, didn't we? Weren't we both? Didn't we both pick Bills?
yes.
Yeah,
I think
that's
I
what
picked the
thought.
Chiefs.
But
I was gonna say because Jake and I
yeah,
were talking about the Chiefs sucking last week.
I never expected such loser talk from Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
Okay.
Boy,
it
did
makes
we
me so
get it.
sad.
Okay.
It's I'm not saying it's a reflection of how he is as a person in general. He's frustrated. That's such loser talk, bro. Not even like
Yeah.
saying good luck or stay healthy to Josh Allen, but just being like, you will never believe this call
Well-
the refs made.
Well, you
In
guys,
Mahomes'
they
defense-
totally said words before that part was picked up by the camera.
Yeah.
That wasn't the only thing that was
Also-
said.
Something no one has brought up, and I didn't even realize this until my dad pointed it out to me, and I had to go back and look. If you watch the press conference after the game that people have been mad at Mahomes for as well, even after like complaining about the call, he's like, but even then, it's no guarantee we would have won because they had Josh on the other side. Like, in the moment, out of context, that definitely was loser talk, and I still think it's kind of lame to like bring that up to Josh and be like,
Yeah.
we would have won this game if it wasn't for this stupid fucking call.
I
But
also
like,
think they're like actually just really close friends, and that's just
and if that's the
what they
case,
do.
then I will say Josh didn't do him any favors with
No.
how he looked at him. Looking at him like,
That's
okay,
fair.
man.
okay. What
Yeah,
the
it
fuck?
was really
If
funny. 'cause
Josh should have been like, I get you, I hear you, I hear you, it
Wait,
would have
Right.
been different.
Josh Allen just kind of just goes, okay, and then just walks away. He just like pats him on the chest and walks away.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me that he just
Dude,
didn't respond with
my
any
thing-
words.
Dude, I don't care. I know it was a penalty, and I know it actually doesn't decide the game because we've seen the Chiefs and Bills do that thing where they score
Yeah.
4 times in
Yeah.
a minute. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
So, like, I'm not gonna
Wouldn't
sit
have
here and
decided it.
pretend that
Yeah.
that decided the game anyway. But again, it's with the consistency of calls. All game, guys were lined up offsides. Von Miller was lined up offsides the play before that. Why are we?
Tony was a lot earlier in the game too. Like Tony was doing
Right.
that all game.
And there's this thing. There is constantly, and I don't mean the receiver checking with the ref. The whole everybody blowing it out of proportion of Andy Reid getting warnings like when that happens. Every coach does. That's why there are
Yeah.
timeouts sometimes, or you can see them like talking and making adjustments in the play. That happens all the time. To not have that happen there is very odd. To have that be the only time an offsides was called all game when there were people offsides all game is weird. And I get being mad about it, mostly because the
Right.
play was cool. But I also get throwing the flag. I just want refs to be consistent. If you're going to call offsides, fucking call it. Or don't. Pick one. You can't just call it one
breaking
time.
news. There's an update to the Giannis scandal.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, the Pacers took the ball because Oscar Tuibe was one of my favorite draft prospects. Finally got called up and got his first career bucket with that ball.
Ooh.
Or got his first career ball. Today.
Honestly, give it
So
to
they-
him.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Pacers And quote, the Buck security retrieved the ball for Giannis from Oscar, so he got his first career points.
Why is there
ball
only
taken away
one
from him.
ball?
So-
Don't they use multiple balls?
I feel
might,
bad
yeah,
for
I don't know
Oscar
why.
now.
Yeah, but like he used the specific ball to score his bucket.
Right, like
So
give
Giannis
that one
was
to
like, "I
Oscar
want
and then
that
give a
ball,"
different
yeah.
ball to Giannis. Like
Now I
there's
feel bad for Oscar. I loved Oscar. That guy's
yeah,
sick.
fuck Giannis.
Oh, man,
fuck
justice for
Giannis and
Oscar,
fuck the
bro.
Bucks, dude. Bad
Yeah,
team.
give that ball to Oscar.
Yeah, the Bucks should have to
They
trade
tried.
all of their good players to the Bulls now as punishment
So Giannis will go
for
to
Zach Levine.
and that's it. Not Dame. I guess you can have Bobby Buckets if you want.
I want Bobby Buckets back. I miss him.
But the Bills beat the Chiefs, and James Cook, big game for James Cook. So,
Yeah.
yeah, big game for James Cook on the ground and through the air,
Love that.
leading receiver and leading rusher.
Ty Johnson
Um,
had some touches.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs are
Stop clapping
maybe
for
in
Ty
trouble.
Johnson.
The Chiefs they may be in
Yeah.
trouble. They got the Patriots, Raiders, Bengals, Chargers, which is not the
There's
hardest schedule. especially with
technically-
the
There's technically a
I think
world
they'll
where
be
the Chiefs
okay.
don't make the playoffs.
I think they'll be okay.
I just want to point out,
They'll be
Jake,
okay.
you cut out on my end, so all I heard was the Chiefs are in trouble. They have the Patriots.
Nice.
Yeah, I always say that teams are in trouble because of their record before actually looking at who their next opponents are.
No, but
And
dude,
just
the
most
Chiefs
of the time I'm wrong.
could miss the playoffs. Like that's a real thing.
They
Yeah.
could.
And-
yeah.
They have the Patriots. We've seen the Chiefs lose to teams that they shouldn't lose to a bunch.
Yeah.
Like there's a real world where we're not seeing Kansas City in
The
January,
last
which
thing
is
I want to point out
wild.
about this game is it's just really funny. I don't know if it's doing this for you, Geek, if you're on the box score, but for
Rasheed Rice doesn't
his
exist.
Name,
It's
his
just
name
blank.
just isn't there.
It's
It's
just number
funny.
4.
It's just number 4 and then blank and then his stats.
It's funny you brought that up because I looked up the box score to remember what Ty Johnson had, and I was going to bring that up.
It's so good,
Rasheed
dude.
Rice no longer exists in the eyes of Google.
Love
He
it.
is gone.
NFL
Can't
Twitter
click on
has
him to view
won.
his stats.
He's been erased from
No, NFL
existence.
Twitter thinks he's Randy Moss, remember?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Theo Ash won. Oh, now I'm sad.
But yeah, Bills 20, Chiefs 17. Bills are looking like they could win the division, especially with the Titans. The Dolphins losing to the Titans. We'll talk about that. But Monday Night Football, what was supposed to be such a good game, ended up being just a roundhousing by the Cowboys. 33, Cowboys 33, Eagles 13. They both sit at 10-3. The Cowboys now hold possession of the 2 seed and the division, and everything's looking like it's coming up Cowboys because the Eagles star players can't hold on to the football to save their
I was gonna
lives.
say,
3 fumbles
everybody
from Jalen Hurts,
fumbled.
AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith.
I
this
didn't
game.
watch that
They
game.
didn't all have 3, but they all had 1. Yeah.
The Cowboys winning the
Um,
division really suits my narrative from before the season, so I accept
Miller,
this.
Same.
Geek, you looking at the box score right now or no?
No.
Okay, so I have a question. One other player threw and completed a pass for the Eagles in this game for 28 yards. Who was it?
Ooh.
Wasn't it their punter? Wasn't it Braden Mann?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh, I didn't think Miller had watched the game that much. Okay.
I didn't
well,
watch the game
that
at
sucks.
all, so
I
was-
didn't watch the. I watched a little bit of the
Did
game.
they run
but
a
I saw
fake
that
punt
on
or something? I
Twitter.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see
I don't
that.
They
Did
ran
run
a fake punt.
Okay, well, Braden Mann with 28-yard completion.
Yeah, because it was a pass to
Uh,
Olamide Zacchaeus,
Yeah.
who was
saw it
being
on
guarded
Twitter.
by a backup wide receiver. That did not work.
Hey,
They should just do that
Olamide
every play.
bullied him.
Every time they have to punt, they just put AJ Brown out there against.
I think that'd be a
whoever the
little
gunner is
obvious.
And just let him cook.
nah, AJ
Hey,
just wants to
all
hit
right, guys.
somebody. He's angry.
All right,
Fair.
guys, let's set up for the punt return. Wait a minute, is that AJ Brown? What is he doing?
Bro.
out
I'm just
there?
saying. Imagine society if the Bears would have lined up Devin Hester as their gunner and then just ran a
faked
fake
it
punt
all
every
the
time
time.
they had to punt.
Nice.
It
But
would've
like a
worked, I
direct
think.
snap
Yeah.
to Hester somehow.
Yeah, it would have worked. I think.
Direct snap to the
Um,
fullback, have him throw it to Devin Hester. Devin just runs. Easy touchdown. I was watching Devin Hester highlights today, so he's on my mind.
Did I
miss you.
predict the Cowboys to go 14-3? Because I feel like I did.
I've been
I
doing
don't
them to go
remember.
14-3 too.
So, because
was the
remember
one
that,
seed in the
yeah.
NFC.
me too. So this is all working out real well right now. I'll take
They have
it
to win out still, and they have who do they have?
because I
They
predicted them to
have
get the bye and then lose
those-
immediately.
They have to win all 4 of these games. They have to beat the Bills, Dolphins, Lions, and Commanders
I mean, it's doable,
in order to go 14-3.
but I don't know. The
They
Bills
could probably
have
lose to one of the
some
Bills or
shit going.
Dolphins, I
Yeah.
think. But yeah. But yeah, Dak Prescott played a good game. Jake Ferguson. This was the take that I kind of have. I want to feel this out. How do we feel about Jake Ferguson potentially? I like Dallas Goedert, but he's closing in for me as being the best out in the NFC.
Nah, give me
East.
Logan Thomas.
Closing in. I'm not ready to say that he is yet.
I don't know.
Jake Ferguson is really good.
I think it's more Dallas's scheme just gets tight ends open over the
Probably.
middle, and
Oh, no,
Dak loves a
Jake-
tight end.
Jake Ferguson is a yak monster, though.
Is
He's
he?
a
I-
yak
He's
monster.
really
I
good
haven't
after
watched
the
He's
catch.
a
enough.
yak monster.
I
Really good
like
after the catch,
Goddard
yeah.
more still, but so it
I
like
do too, but I'm just saying
just
he's
so-
creeping up there.
yeah,
I'm
just
still a Logan Thomas truther. Also,
Not-
shout out
not
Darren
to-
Waller.
not to start a whole other like tight end rant, but like if we were to break tight ends in tiers, it's like Kelsey, Kittle, Andrews, and then it's like Goddard. Who else is good?
Goddard,
I'm a little. I was
Pitt.
gonna say.
Goddard-
I
Yeah,
feel like
okay,
Hawkinson goes in that first group at this
I
point.
always forget Hawkinson
He's been
exists. I'm
top
sorry.
2 in
Hawkinson's
receiving
top
yards
tier.
for the last
He
2
is
years.
absolutely
Goddard-
top tier. I'm sorry, I forgot
Goddard,
about Hawk.
Pitt, Komet.
Goddard. I would say he's in that second tier. Yeah, Goddard, Pitt, Pitts, Komet, Ferguson. I can get behind that as like the second tier.
Yeah.
I'm still a Logan Thomas truther, but that's because I'm a psychopath, so it's okay.
Isn't
I
Logan
don't think
Thomas like
Logan
33?
He's
Yeah.
not good. That dude is old and not that good.
Hold on. Let me double
He has
check.
some
real
good games
quick.
this season, but he's not that good.
The
He's not
issue is
nearly
he's
the
always
yak
been
monster
hurt.
that the goat Jake Ferguson is.
So
He's always hurt. That's his issue. I'm a Logan Thomas truther.
yeah,
that's all I know.
so for reference here, I think you got to put David Njoku in that second
Oh,
tier
absolutely.
too.
David Njoku's a dog.
Oh. Trey McBride, not the second tier, but shout out Trey McBride.
I think,
There, too.
True.
yeah, and then I think the third tier would be like McBride, Laporta,
Yeah.
Evan Ingram.
I want to say Musgrave, but not yet.
I don't think
Is
Musgrave's there
Kincaid
yet.
there yet?
Not yet.
What's Kincaid
Kincaid's
have?
not
I
there
have
yet.
no idea.
Kincaid
I
has
haven't
been
watched
quietly okay
enough
this
of
year,
Kincaid.
but he's also injured,
Ah,
so I don't think that he's going to put the stats that he needs to.
I
He has
haven't watched enough Buffalo
495
this year
yards
to
and 2
say.
touchdowns this year.
It's not bad.
495 and 2 tutties, but Dawson Knox has been hurt, so he's been the feature guy in the games that he has played. But yeah, Jake Ferguson, the Yak Monster, the leading receiver, he's good. And the Eagles are in trouble, man. I don't think they have the hardest schedule moving forward. They've got Seahawks, Giants twice, Cardinals. So not the hardest schedule moving forward for them. So hopefully we get one Tommy DeVito win off of the Eagles. But yeah,
Not
overall,
if Milton has anything to say about it.
Overall, Eagles get smacked. Cowboys good.
Yeah.
Maybe winning division. Okay.
Fun time.
Giants 24, Packers 22. Okay. So this loss is almost entirely on Joe Barry.
Yeah.
This was a disaster class of play calling. All he had to do, I tweeted about this. All he had to do in that last drive was dare DeVito to throw it deep. And instead, he just let DeVito dink and dunk his way down the field.
Yeah.
And then because they were playing so far off, because the safeties were like on the 20-yard line, Wan'Dale Robinson, all he had to do was slip himself in behind Nixon, and nobody could get down there quick enough to stop him. And he got them into field goal range. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that Joe Barry looked at Tommy DeVito and said, yeah, that guy's beating us over the top. Yeah, I think so. Listen, I'm taking that risk. I don't care if DeVito is good or not. I'm taking that risk 10 times out of 10. Let him beat you deep. Make him beat you deep. Don't just give him the short stuff. That's how you
well, if he
create a
beats you
game-winning
deep,
drive.
you just go, oh, okay. What the fuck?
Yeah,
ever.
okay. Like,
Eh.
yeah, literally, like, just dare him to beat you deep. Because Tommy DeVito can't. He can't. He cannot throw the ball more than 30 yards accurately. He does not do that. He cannot do that. Like, literally, anytime he attempted to throw over 20 yards in that game, he was ridiculously off target. he can throw the short stuff. He can do the little dink and dunk game all day, and you let him do the one thing he's good at, and that's what killed them at the end. Like the offense put them in a position to win the game. They had a nice drive to get them under a minute with the lead. A good drive from Jordan Love, making good throws. Malik Heath had his first career touchdown in the biggest moment of his career so far. And Jordan Love wasn't even that terrible in this game. I mean, that interception in a dome, he might make that throw. But that wind is I mean, there's no way he could think that was a good idea with that wind whipping and everything and the safety being there. It was a bad decision on the pick. He still is flustered under pressure. That's the one thing that you really still have to look at with Love. He's inconsistent against the blitz, against pressure. Like Dexter Lawrence is the reason why we lost this game, because Dexter Lawrence was just in his face after 0.2 seconds, and he still is just a little bit shaky under pressure, and that will come with time, is developing that. I like what I saw from the receiving core. Tucker Kraft had some good moments, and Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed does his stuff and everything. And overall, I wasn't like too upset about the way the Packers played. In the end, it was just Joe Barry's defense not being able to stop Tommy DeVito. And that's a frustrating thing to see. I think he needs to be gone. I think there's no reason to believe that he should be the Packers defensive coordinator next year. Saquon ran all over us. Nothing new. The Packers can't stop the run. We know that's the truth. Yeah, overall, I mean, the only receiver that actually had a good game for the Giants is Wandale. Shout out Wandale. I like him.
Wandale Dingle, baby.
Yeah. We're still in the playoff position somehow, and we have the Bucks and the Panthers on the horizon, so I'm not insanely frustrated by this loss. It would have been nice to win it. It would have been a lot more comfortable to win it, but I think, honestly, on the road at MetLife, and Joe Barry's a defensive coordinator, things are bound to be disaster. So, also the Giants just kind of own the Packers. Like, they did this to him last year too in London. They came out and beat the undefeated Packers last year in London, and then in the playoffs, outside of that one wildcard game at Lambeau, they've owned them when Eli Manning was around. So honestly, like, it's like a Niners thing where no matter how good they are, they're just going to beat us anyway. So yeah, listen, it's fine. We'll be okay. I think this season, like I've already said, has already surpassed my expectations wildly with how the offense has looked. So we could lose out and I'd still come out of this thing happy. But yeah.
Mike McDaniel's my favorite coach in the league. I'm sorry. I just saw the thing of him and Peyton Manning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Any chance I can talk to you for 10 minutes? Fuck yeah, you're fucking Peyton Manning, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if either of you have anything to say about the Packers and Giants, but that's my tangent.
I want Tommy DeVito to be the guy. That's bad to say. I want him to be the future.
It'd be funny. Also, we have 20 minutes just to check.
Yeah,
in.
I know. It's bad.
Yeah, just real quick, the Yap. Deontay Banks is good.
Yeah, Deontay Banks is really good.
Made an awesome play. And Jordan, to Jordan Love, so to speak. I'm not going to shit on Jordan Love. Like Jake, I'm impressed with what I've seen. I'm being 100% truthful. However, like you mentioned with the interception he threw and his inability to stay calm under pressure and his inability to handle the blitz, I'm starting to see, and I thought this early on, but I kept it to myself just to not be a dick, but I'm starting to see it more and more. I'm starting to see a lot of Trubisky in him. Not saying he's destined to become as shit as Trubisky.
Okay,
no, I'm not saying that he's
Trubisky could never dream.
No, I'm fully aware of that, and I will tell you that straight up. He's already better than Trubisky ever was. But
I'm just Claypool, and that one's really
that one aged poorly, but I think a lot of people were in that mindset. That wasn't like an exclusive Miller football opinion. That was something I saw a lot of people echoing. But with the Love thing, it's just when I say I see Trubisky in him, I'm seeing the same development stints and the same issues in Love that I saw in Trubisky, early on. And I think Green Bay is in a much better situation to develop Love than Chicago was with Trubisky. Like Matt LaFleur blows Matt Nagy out of the water. Yeah, I think Matt LaFleur is an incredible coach. I think he's going to do a great job with Love. But
yes,
my point is, it's frustrating to watch, but I do think Love's going to be fine. It's just I would be lying if I said I didn't see it. But I don't think
Yeah,
that I
no,
don't think he's
I
going to be Trubisky by any means. I think he's going to be
he
better if
will
he's not
be. I can
already.
almost
But
guarantee that.
yeah,
Um,
there's a lot of Packers fans that weren't saying that today though, and I thought that was really funny.
yeah, listen, people are being too harsh on the guy. He's a first year
It's
starter in the
ridiculous.
NFL.
Listen, I'm
Like,
pulling for
he
Jordan
is
Love.
I am
As much
too.
as I hate to
love that
admit it,
dude.
I want Jordan Love to be good for 15 out of 17 games a year.
I
They
want
probably
Like I
will be.
really
Jordan
do.
Love to be
Yeah.
good anywhere else. So I want the Packers to lose. That's
But yeah, finally, Dolphins are on fraud watch. Apparently,
Dude,
They
the
always
Titans
were.
handed them this game on a fucking silver platter, and they
the
still
the
lost.
Titans fumbled twice in the red zone, got down by 13 points, and
dude.
the
Billy
Dolphins
Jeans and his
defense
mayo
decided to let
coffee.
Will Levis cook.
Billy
Will Levis is
Jeans and
sick.
his mayo
That dude
coffee.
is sick. I love
I'll-
Will Levis. His
I'll-
personality, his confidence. I love that dude.
Mhm. But he's
Might
Zach
not be the best
Wilson.
quarterback in the NFL yet, but yeah.
But he's Zach Wilson.
Who said
He
that?
made the same kind of throw at his pro
Everybody.
day, so
I know.
clearly he's the same person.
Right.
No,
they
I
both
just
went to
I
schools that
just
have blue and
still,
white
I
colors.
just still
I
can't
mean,
love him.
Yeah.
The mayo coffee thing, which apparently might have been bullshit, which makes
What?
me sad. Apparently,
No,
I
it's
saw
fake.
somewhere that was fake.
It's a
and
bit. It's literally a bit.
It makes me
He said on
sad
a
because I
podcast-
hated him
He said
so much.
when they were interviewing Stay Hot,
I know.
he said he did it as a joke for like a joke TikTok, and then he realized that people thought it was funny, so he just kept doing it in interviews because people would interview him and just be like, "Hey, look at take this
Yeah.
mayo, put it in your coffee," and he would just be like,
Right.
"Okay." Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But Tyjae Spears, I got to mention him. 6 catches for 89 yards in this game. 7
He's so
carries for
good.
29 yards. He's really good. Really good after the catch. Really good receiving option. Perfect complement to Derrick Henry. I mean, yeah.
Also,
And will be
D-Hop.
the perfect replacement for Derrick Henry.
Yes, the
Sorry.
perfect replacement. Yeah. D-Hop, that dude.
I bet the
not that he
Chiefs
ever
really
left, but
wish
he has
they had
arrived.
D-Hop
Yeah.
right now.
Not that he ever
Uh-huh.
left, but he has arrived.
Dude, he's
Um,
so good still.
7
I-
catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Dolphins defense got torched all around the board. And then on those last 2 drives, I mean, couldn't stop him. And then the offense just sputtered without Tyreek. I mean, if you want to know why Tyreek's the MVP or why he's at least a serious candidate, watch what happened when he got injured because nothing happened. That's exactly the point. Like, they even got like a pick six on like the first drive for the Titans. They had everything handed to them in this game, and they couldn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
They might just lose the division to the Bills in the
Billy Jeans,
the
man.
back half of the season now.
They
So,
lost
yeah.
Connor Williams for the season too, which is a really
Oof.
tough
Yes,
blow.
and they already lost Jalen Phillips for the season against the
Yeah.
Jets.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a big
nutty.
one. They just signed Melvin Ingram back.
More
I
importantly,
said
though,
they moved the needle, but yeah.
we got a
Alec Ingold hurdle.
patented Alec Ingold hurdle.
Alec Ingold hurdle, baby. Fullback
Everyone,
hurdle.
shut the fuck up! Alec Ingold just jumped over a defender.
Yeah, he did do that.
Alec Ingold
so
just
good at
jumped
that.
a man.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a YouTube video that's just a compilation of Alec Ingold's hurdles, and it'll be like 30 seconds long, but it'll be so glorious because he's done it
It'll be
like
the
3
best video
times.
you've ever posted, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah.
Damn.
No, hey, listen, that was fullback prop. That wasn't Miller.
Not my
It-
20-minute
it-
Alec
it
Ingold
felt
film
like slander.
breakdown.
It felt like slander. I get it.
I don't want to say what I was
The
gonna
video
say.
that got
Never mind.
Alec Ingold to follow me on Twitter, not that one.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know
not
that
good.
video was just until you just said it. That's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to say it because it would hurt your
Damn.
feelings even more.
Alec Ingold knows it exists, and you didn't. What kind of
Damn.
friend are you?
He better get in the podcast then. If he knows you exist, there's no excuse for him not to be in the show at some point.
I mean, I'm kind of waiting for
let's
the
get this
season
rolling.
to end, but I could probably swing him. I know
Interview
I can swing
tomorrow.
I would wait for the season to end.
Nah,
That's what I've
interview
been doing.
tomorrow.
We gotta get some kind of fullback or some kind of NFL player on the podcast.
Well, I know I can swing number 35 in Chicago. I'm just waiting for the season to end.
I'm still
Yeah,
trying
that'll
to
be the-
swing number 21 from Minnesota.
I was gonna say number 35 in Chicago like DMs me or I DM him from time to time and he responds like
Yeah.
Number 10 in Green Bay already said yes.
Oh,
so-
good. I'm sure. I'd be down.
Okay. But yeah, the Titans just beat the Dolphins, and that's surprising.
Billy
Mike Vrabel was
Jeans.
a really good coach.
yeah.
So yeah, all right. Before we get into our Week 15 picks, let's talk about the Week 14 picks leaderboard and the fantasy league because the playoffs are here.
Almost made it.
Start off with the picks leaderboard.
Yeah.
You did. All of us made it. Yes. The picks leaderboard. Geek leads us still at 122 and 86, but Miller is right behind him because he went 11-5 this week. He went 121 and 87. So he's only one game behind Geek now, and I am at 116 and 92 in last place because I went 5-11. So
I had a bad week. Jake had a bad week. Miller had a great week.
Yeah.
I'm sneaking on up.
No, you had your best week and still
league,
couldn't get me.
And so
You
the
took your best
fantasy
swing.
league, we have a first-time one-seed holder, and the only time that matters.
That's kind
I
of true.
finished as the one seed in the fantasy league at 11-3 on a 9-game win streak. I finished. I'll probably lose in the playoffs, but I finished. I started 2-3,
Dude.
got to 11-3. So I have to buy, and then we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna see. Miller and Jackson. I believe.
I love that I just snuck into the playoffs somehow.
Miller and Jackson, and then Geek and Scoutmaster are coming at each other.
AJ Dillon is in my starting lineup as a running back.
Geek
I
is
don't
in the
know how I'm
playoffs.
here.
Geek is in the playoffs. So yeah, I have to buy. Walter White still has to buy, and then Scoutmaster and Geek are playing. And then we'll see J Power NFL versus Miller football. So we'll update you guys on that next week after the playoffs. First round of the playoffs happens, and I find out who I'm playing in round 2. But
we acknowledge
we
that I
gotta
dropped
get in-
170 on the duck last week. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
First Grayson slander of the day. Got cooked in fantasy.
I had to get one in.
Mandatory Grayson slander for the Run the North episode.
He's not posting on Twitter right now, so I don't get to slander him for bad takes.
Yeah, the only thing I saw him say today was that he loves wrestling, and you can't slander him for that,
No.
because you also love wrestling.
Yeah,
So
I
you
can slander him for it. Follow
That's
real
right.
sport.
Fucking yeah, follow real sport.
See, you're both so out of it. You're bozos, losers.
Speaking of wrestling, I have a
man.
quick question for you, Geek.
What's up?
Because I got in an argument about this last night, and it pissed me off that this was an argument. Is CM Punk one of the 5 most iconic Chicago athletes of all time?
That's a really tough draw.
Dude,
Just think
Wait,
about
wait,
it. Number
Miller.
one's think about it. Number one's Michael Jordan.
yeah,
Miller.
sure. So
Obviously, he's not, in my opinion.
So here's the thing, though. I think the only guy in Chicago history that is more loved in Chicago than CM Punk is Michael Jordan.
Devin Hester.
No, like
Dick
in
Butkus.
Chicago, it's
Payton.
dude. CM Punk is loved on a different level, and it's the weirdest shit. He could kill everyone in Chicago's mother tomorrow, and they would still cheer him.
May I present a counter argument?
What's that?
CM Punk said that anyone that puts him in the top 10 of that category is an idiot. He said that himself.
Did he?
It's
And
just him
that's
being humble.
interesting, but which is weird because
He
CM Punk
did.
is not humble
We
at
found that
all. But all
halfway-
right.
We found that halfway through the argument, and that shut everybody
But when
up.
was it from?
What?
That matters.
The CM Punk thing?
Him
I
saying
didn't
that if
find
it's
it
from
casted.
2006, sure, or even from 2008, 2010, 2011, he wasn't there yet. Times have changed, you know. So that does matter. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big CM Punk fan. It's just hard to. Chicago loves him on a different level. I think Chicago should love Seth Rollins more, though. He's better.
I think Chicago should stick to real sports and like real athletes.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Uh,
Real athletes. Have
I
you
can't-
ever?
We
it
can't get
is.
into this argument. We
So
can't get
only
into this
5
argument. It'll take so
players.
long.
We're moving on.
How many Super Bowl rings does CM Punk have?
And how many NBA finals has CM Punk
More
won?
championships than the entire NFC North
Um,
combined. That's what he's got.
But
so,
all right,
tough.
Thursday
and-
night, we got Aiden O'Connell versus Easton Stick. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna go Raiders. I think.
I'm taking
I'm
a
gonna go
home team.
Raiders.
It's
With the Raiders.
yeah.
Who the home team is? The Raiders. Okay.
The Raiders, the home team.
I'll go Chargers to be different because
That's-
I don't.
You
Okay.
remember what happened last time you picked to be different? You fell to
This is
last on the leaderboard.
This is the only game where I'm going out of my way to be different because
Yeah.
this game can legitimately go either way
That's-
because both teams are fucking dog
Yeah.
water.
I think the next game could also go either way.
Vikings, Bengals. Give me the Bengals.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
but
going
both teams
Vikings.
are good. I'm gonna take the Bengals. No, I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Actually, yeah. You know what? I'll take the Vikings too.
I really don't like that. Why? No.
It took me a.
'Cause this means they'll lose. And
Well, I'm going Vikings because good defense versus UDFA, not good mix.
yeah, I guess yeah.
And Nick
Steelers,
Mullins
Colts.
is like a serviceable quarterback. I know Jake Browning's
Yeah,
looked
I
good.
guess.
Nick Mullins played really well with Kyle Shanahan. It was just back when the Niners did that thing where nobody was
Yeah.
healthy ever.
Yeah.
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 Steelers, Colts. Give me the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts.
Give me the Colts. I'm not picking on Trubisky. I'm sorry, Mitch. I love you, but I can't pick
Announce
Trubisky. to
Trace
win.
McSorley as the starter. Damn it.
Yeah. Broncos, Lions. Give me the horse team.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Also, give me
think
the
the Broncos,
Broncos.
That defense, man.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton will have his weekly.
Oh my
How in
god.
the world did he catch that against like Cam
He-
Sutton
yeah.
or something?
Right.
Giants, Saints. Give me this. I think Tommy DeVito. Good question mark. Tommy DeVito. Somebody else make your pick. I'm going based off vibes here.
Dude, I've
I'm gonna
taking the
go
Saints.
Giants. I'm gonna go Giants. I'm gonna go Giants.
um.
I'll answer.
Hold on.
I'm taking the Saints. You got to remember, it's in New Orleans, and it's Tommy DeVito with that crowd. Miller?
Hello.
Hello?
I Giganti di New York Vinciano la partita di football.
What the fuck
Pretty
are
sure
you?
he just looked up the Giants in Italian. Yeah.
I tried to say the
Yeah.
New York Giants will win the football game in Italian and butchered it.
I'm sure
Okay,
that
well,
was you. Probably
yikes.
offended somebody.
Okay.
We're gonna have to.
Bears,
We're getting
Browns.
canceled.
Give me the Browns defense. Thank you very much.
The Browns defense is banged up, and
I'm doing
their
this for
offense is
you,
even...
Miller. I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, give me the Bears. The Browns defense is banged up. The
I'm
offense
so
is even
mad,
more
by
banged
the
up.
way. I had the
Why?
Bears selected as the team who was going to win last week for like 5 days. You guys asked for the picks, and I went, it'll be the Lions. I'm so mad. I knew the Bears were going to win that time. I'm so mad.
Falcons, Panthers. I have picked the Panthers 4 weeks in a row, trying to get them their second win, and it
Keep
has
doing
not
it.
worked.
Keep doing it.
I will not waver. Panthers.
Nice. Give me the
I
Falcons.
will not waver.
Give me the Falcons.
You'll
The Panthers
see.
aren't a real
You'll
team.
all see. Bucks, Packers. Give me the Bucks. Here's the things that I don't like about the Bucks Packers matchup. Mike Evans versus anybody who isn't Jair Alexander, and that's how it will be because he's so much bigger than literally everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our corners that aren't Jair are small and not that great.
I think
And Mike Evans will dominate. Chris Godwin is good. They have a good run game with Trout Wright. We cannot stop the run. Their defense is still pretty
Yeah.
good. They can
And
get
what's
pressure
Joe
on the
Barry gonna
quarterback.
do? We're gonna make.
Yeah,
He's just
no,
gonna
it-
dink and dunk. Baker
Yeah.
can beat
Baker
you
will do
that
it all
way.
day.
If
He'll do
you
that all
want
day.
him
Give me
to
the
throw
Bucks.
deep, Baker will chuck that fucker to Mike Evans all day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he is not afraid.
Yeah. Joe Barry's gonna be sitting there looking like Daniel Jones, looking over the Niners defense. Be like, what do I do?
Yeah.
He's doing both things. He's not supposed to do
things.
both things. He's not supposed to do both things.
Yes.
But yeah, give me the Bucks. Unfortunately,
Give me the
everybody
Bucks.
else in agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Jets, Dolphins. Dolphins. I want.
Is
I want to pick
Tyreek
my guy
playing?
Zachy. Oh, we don't know. We're not gonna know now. Gotta do after vibes. He won't be 100%.
Dude, I don't trust the Dolphins' offense without him against the Jets.
Yeah, but they still put up a good amount of points against the Jets defense a couple weeks ago on Black Friday.
But they had
Boys,
Tyreek.
you're overthinking this. You're overthinking this.
Are we?
Alec
Both have a
Ingold is
fullback.
better than Nick Bowden, therefore Dolphins win.
I'll take the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I'll
take
trust the Dolphins offense.
Yeah.
I'll trust that Dolphins offense. I'll trust Mike McDaniel. Those who know each other well, and I think Mike McDaniel can get the better of Saleh. Chiefs Patriots. Yeah, I want to do it, but I'm not gonna. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, give me the
I need
Chiefs.
This is the
points.
get right. This is the Chiefs get right game, I fear.
Yeah, it is. Texans Titans.
Give me the Texans.
I
What
don't feel
is up
great
with
about it, but I am
Stroud?
gonna take the Texans.
Oh, that's right. Stroud's in concussion protocol, isn't he? Fuck that. Give me the Titans.
I'm actually taking the Titans either way. I think.
I'm double checking. I think
I'm gonna be conservative as shit.
It is Wednesday. Stroud has not practiced yet. I'm taking the Titans.
Yeah.
He is
I'm gonna be conservative because
not playing.
yeah.
I took the
Niners,
Browns,
Cardinals.
right?
Yeah.
I had to double check. I'm going through my list. I want to keep it the same.
Niners Cardinals. Give me the Niners.
Give me the
Niners
Niners.
are going to poop upon them.
Trap game though.
Okay.
The Niners are not susceptible to trap games. Knock on
Commanders
wood.
Rams. Commanders Rams.
Give me
For
Stafford.
the Rams.
Rams. Give me that Stafford led offense against.
As much as I need the commies to win.
Defense. Yeah. Cowboys Bills. Give me
Cowboys.
the Cowboys.
I'm taking the Bills.
This fucking guy.
Dude, I don't know.
This guy hates Dak Prescott. Kill him.
No, I think playing against a team
Murder.
playing for their lives against a team like Dallas, where it doesn't really matter whether you win or you lose. I don't know. The Bills kind of need it more in Buffalo. I'm taking the Bills.
That's true.
This guy is doubting Dak Prescott. Kill him.
No, you're doing that Twitter thing where I say I like pancakes and you say that means I hate waffles. You're creating new sentences. I don't like it.
This guy hates gluten-free people. Kill him.
What could be one of the better games of the week? Ravens Jags, but probably won't be.
Give me the Ravens.
Justin Matabweek, sack streak continues. Give me the Ravens.
And then finally Monday night Eagles Seahawks. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, it's a get right game.
This is
Give
a
me
get
the
right
Eagles.
game for the Eagles against that defense. It's a get right game for that Eagles defense against a certain quarterback. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, Drew. Give me the Eagles, but it is worth noting that the Eagles have not beat the Seahawks, or the Seahawks and the Eagles in the past 15 years. The Seahawks have beaten them 7 times to 1.
Man. Okay.
But I do think
we'll see how
Philly
that
will
goes,
win
I
because
guess.
Drew Lock's not good at football.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was Russell Wilson versus Carson Wentz for most of that.
Yeah.
Not
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I was
those
just
are
saying
week
it's an
15.
interesting factoid.
Yeah, no, that's a good fact.
It's good to know. Thank you, Miller.
You're welcome.
But yeah, those are our week 15 picks, and that is our show. We want to thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. We want to thank you guys for all the support you guys have been showing us all throughout this time. Be sure to go follow us on all of our platforms, our Run the North Pod everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the good stuff at Run the North Pod everywhere. Be sure to give us a rate and a review on Spotify and whatever you can on all the other podcast platforms that we're on. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.